Hello, all my e-thoughts and e-pimps in my chat. How you doing? Also, Leo Delio, thank you for the 4 months up. My brother, you have summoned us that I have the council calls. The spotlight shines upon you once again. To render verdict on is this going to be a decent stream or not. You got 4 hours to decide, alright? Just promise me you'll be fair and merciful in your judgment. Turn that heater off too. I don't need a space heater on. Warm and cozy. Live from New York at well, I have not thought of that show in a while. Then again, I'm one of those people who have never found it funny. Even the classic skits people like go back and talk about, like, yeah, man, that was awesome. It's like, I mean, if you say so. Never was a Saturday Night Live guy. Or a fan, yeah, never got it. Surprised it's still running, actually. Yeah, but more of this game than I chat. Don't let my yawn make you think the game is boring. I just, a little sleepy. I have a question for you. If you and Kate don't play the Devil in Me game, do you still want to see the pictures I made for you? Well, we're still trying to play that. I'm just waiting to her to, like, get her shit straightened out right now. So I don't want to tell you that it's not going to happen. I mean, there probably is a time cap on it, but, I'm hopeful. But obviously, if we end up not able to, then yeah, sure. Thoughts on Troy Baker coming back for Death Stranding 2? I mean, didn't he... I forgot what happened to his character at the end of the last game. Did he die? I know you fought him and you punched him in, like, the tar lake, but I don't know if he died or not. Is he still playing the same character? The, Higgs, wasn't it? Fragile spares him? Yeah, well, I mean, if he didn't die, then yeah, he can come back. I guess I wonder if he'll be the actual true villain this time, now that, the, girl, lady, the, apocalypse lady, whatever her name was, is, trapped on her beach for eternity after the choice she made. As my father, I should have your gamer what? As my father, I should have your statement makes no sense. As my father is already a very confusing 3 words. Hello all, been writing and did some apartment hunting today. You know what? Let me give you a way to, I hear this whole chat GPT thing and do your writing for you. Here it's all the rave and all the college kids these days. Like, oh man, just get this to do my term paper for me. Kojima is the real villain? Only if he pees on you. Kind of a shame if he comes back and is an actual villain. Guess he didn't learn his lesson. Well, he was like well, to be fair, he was unlike the lady, I forget her name to be honest. He was like the extremist. He's like a terrorist that she was using. So there's no reason why he wouldn't still have his extreme beliefs. Maybe they can make him actually interesting this time. Daniel Crab, hello, welcome to the first time chatter, I guess. Kojima's gonna fourth wall break his own game. Well, that's what Higgs kind of did a lot during the game. He basically was there to keep reminding you were playing a video game. I was like, isn't this what you wanted? Good old-fashioned boss fight. Just in case you forgot. Right now, the only interest I have in Death Stranding 2 is I want to know how the gameplay is gonna work, because it'll feel weird if you're just delivering packages again. I gotta be honest. I don't see why you could get 2 games out of that. I mean, do they really alright, the Bridges guy, we need you to trek across Europe and do the same thing this time? Is that what it's gonna be? You gotta reunite Europe? So I'm hoping he's come up with some. I mean, also, shouldn't people be able? I mean, yeah, the BT stuff isn't a thing anymore, so you should be able to kill people and not have them turn into an explosive ghost. Can't believe I just said that sentence. I've been fighting Demon of Hatred and Ishin all day. Have yet to beat either, but got to say Ishin hard, but not the god boss the internet told me he was. The Demon of Hatred is bullshit. Ishin is just really tough because it's technically a 4-part fight, because you fight that one guy once and you got 3 fights with Ishin. And I spent 6 hours fighting him, and I eventually had to go back and grind by beating all the mid bosses in the game to get those things that increase your poise and everything else, so I could have enough to beat him. So it was really just kind of annoying. Like, I spent 6 hours on him. No Dark Souls boss or Elden Ring boss was like that for me. But that guy really just put his foot on my ass multiple times. The entire premise of Death Stranding... I almost wonder where you were talking about Dark Souls 2 for a second, because I know it's Death Stranding. It's just Delivery Boy again, it'll bomb. I mean, it didn't exactly meet its projections, I think the first game did it. I think Sony was somewhat disappointed by it, weren't they? They were more surprised that Ghost of Tsushima was such a big, big sell. Kojima ever put himself in a game? Yes, he was. Technically, you could rescue him in both Metal Gear Peace Walker and Metal Gear Ground Zeroes. You couldn't control him, but he was a character you could rescue. Mentioned by name, like, huh, Mr. Kojima. Surprised he didn't turn himself into a secret boss. Well, not yet. Death Stranding took like 2 years in the PC port to break even. Well, yeah. I mean, big open world games are expensive, you know. I'm wondering if they're going to be using the same Decim engine again. Or they're going to switch to Unreal Engine. In Cyberpunk 2. Get some rest. Sounds like your more productive day than mine. What is it Puff doing? You alright, Puff? Had a demon of hatred to like 1 or 2 hits left, then he killed me. I was pissed. Well, yeah, he is the super boss of the game, so if you beat him, you should be able to handle Ishin pretty well. I only like got to that guy and took a few tries at him since he wasn't needed for me to beat him, so I never beat him. I was like, yeah, I got video to make. I don't need this guy. I think YouTube knows I'm playing the Cyberpunk game right now because it's currently recommending me a bunch of vids for that Cyberpunk anime. Edge Runners is like, hey, do you want to watch like some music videos? No anime music videos of people, but they're like, no, I'm good. I see the Marvel's Avengers got its plug pulled by Crystal Dynamics. Yes. Didn't they also just release a Deadpool DLC for it though? And literally the next day, it's like, oh yeah, we're canceling this. We're done. Maybe Square Enix has learned its lesson. It's not trying to do live action. I mean, live action service games or whatever. Deadpool is for Midnight Suns. Okay, I'm kind of confused about how many Marvel games are out there. I mean, it's not surprising. I don't think many people are playing that game. We know, Dart, you always avoid the super boss. Well, it's mainly because I don't need to fight them. I don't need them for the video usually, and also, why would I subject myself to all the grinding and frustration required to beat them? Remember Anthem? Yeah, actually I do. Weirdly enough, that one actually at least stuck in people's memory, I feel. Is that still playable? Can you still buy and play Anthem? Or is that also like no longer of it? It's like banished to the Shadow Realm. Jason Meyer, thank you for your 7 months. I remember like 3 days after Avengers launched and the player base was... I remember playing it, I was like, wow, this game's shit. Just like everyone thought it was going to be. That game was so bad, it basically caused the pretty actually alright Guardians of the Galaxy game to be like overlooked. Because it was from like basically the same developer pretty much. And it had a similar look to it. But was actually a completely single player game where you control one character and it was alright. It wasn't great, I mean, or perfect, but it was alright. But no one gave that a chance because they're like, oh, I ain't buying Marvel. So I think you can actually blame 2 games failing because of that. And more than likely, it's one of the reasons that Squaresoft was like, you know what, we need to sell all these like Western stuff so we can go back to making like Weeaboo bait. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in a few months and I still don't have much footage of it. Well, they'll drop it all in like a... They always like they want to like hype up their like, Nintendo Directs. So we just wait. I'll have one dedicated solely to it. Remember like 3 days, but so I was in a car accident today, so I'm gonna have to dish out money to get my car fixed. And you don't have insurance? And that sucks, man. I feel for you. I'm guessing you just had liability coverage for like the other person. That's always the trap you get caught in. You're like, well, I won't wreck. And this will make sure I don't get, put in jail at the very least. You know what? hearing about car wrecks makes me desperately wish that America had decent fucking public transportation. It's like, you look at other countries like, damn, wish we had that here. Why don't we have that here? Like, we should have it. Why can't we? We used to kind of have it, and then it disappeared when cars came around. Like a city, technically a city right next to me, it still has like the rails embedded in the road where the trolleys used to go back and forth. Trolley used to be a big thing in the US. Now it's really just in San Francisco, and I think only like a small chunk of it. But it used to be like if you lived in a city in the US, like the turn of the century, there's like trolleys everywhere. And it seems like, man, that seems nice. We don't because capitalism. Well, true to a degree, but also like really shitty version of capitalism. It's like, I mean, Japan is a capitalist nation, but they excel at public transportation. Ford Brothers lobby. Well, from what I heard of it, is that when car companies bought up all the trolley companies and basically just junked them because they didn't want to compete, wanted people to buy in cars. So now we have to have giant parking lot spaces everywhere, roads everywhere. Nothing is nearby. You have to drive at least 10 to 20 minutes to get to it. It's fucking annoying. Meanwhile, you live in Japan. Yeah, hey, you want to take the speed train, the bullet train to like the other end of the country today? Yeah, sure, why not? Like $20 or whatever. But the people, and there's good people, any kind of society will work. Well, I don't want to like hype up one particular group of people around there. There's plenty of bad Japanese people. It's just that they focus on public transportation because convenience is a big part of their culture, and public transportation is very convenient. We focus on interstates because part of the interstate thing we focused on was due to the Cold War. We wanted to make sure that if we ever got, went to war with the Ruskies and they invaded, that we could move troops and equipment quickly across the country from one end to the other through the interstate without the possible like weakness of trains that can, you can destroy the rails. So we focus on building up an interstate. And now everyone has to fucking deal with it years later. War with Russia. Yeah, we kind of really overthought that one for a long time, didn't we? What's a trolley? Does it require $5 trolley? You know those things that San Francisco has? They're like, they're like train cars that they drive along tracks built into the road. They got like a little wire above them that attaches to like electric rail wires or something above them. They're the only place you'll find them in America is like San Francisco now because there's like a thing there. But they used to be very common throughout most American cities. Very convenient until you get mugged every day. Well, that's also American shitty public transportation in cities. Actors Gang Theater, where I used to work, is actually in an old trolley station that was converted into the, like I said, there's a city kind of town near me, and a lot of the roads are actually still bricked instead of asphalt, and a lot of those brick roads still have the tracks embedded in them from when there used to be a trolley service. I should like complain to the local government, hey, we should bring back the trolleys, it'll be a tourist attraction. Yes, Philly has that too. I do have to say I like brick roads. For some reason they're really appealing, they look nice. I'm sure they're a pain in the ass to fix versus like an asphalt road, but I like brick laid roads. They're nice. Honestly, hate that we don't have modular public transportation by now. Google and Amazon should start it. Yeah, well, Google can't even run a fiber optic company and like spread it very far. Streetcars, yeah, streetcars is probably a better way of saying than trolley. Cars got bad rap. Well, they didn't get a bad rap. I think everyone was positive on them. It's that they got all bought out by car companies and then they just shut them down because they want to compete. Or at least that's what I've always heard. America gets really fucked over sometimes by lobbying and very aggressive mercantile practices. If you ever became the dictator of the USA for one day, what's the first thing he would do? Oof. You know, I would have a very radical agenda. I don't know if people would agree with it. It'd probably be a little bit too sci-fi. Like, all right, put all the money into like AI development, medicine development. I don't know. I just like, you know what? I probably wouldn't be very good at it. I just like, hey, let's just like spend a bunch of money on science and shit, yo. That's my platform. Zoning is really stupid. I've actually never lived in a place that had that kind of zoning. I always lived in like, the Wild West of America almost. It's like, we don't have kind of rules in here. You just plop your trailer down if you need one. We don't care how it looks, as long as it's functional. So there's never been like a suburbia where I live either. There's areas like that, but I've never lived in any of them. LA in the 1960s, the bus cartel actually used lobbying to kill the metro system so they wouldn't have competition. The bus cartel? The bus cartel. Wait, doesn't LA have a metro system? I thought they did. Then again, it is like earthquake prone, isn't it? Maybe they don't. Well, they have subways in LA. They do, but it's weak. Not enough lines. I just always heard that traffic in LA or anywhere in Los Angeles County is like apocalyptic, and you probably just should bring a gun with you so you can shoot yourself if it's any given day where it's like you're never getting home. Where do you live? Where you're at in the city, out in the country? I don't live in a city. I live in a town. There's just a city, kind of city-ish. I mean, it's a 50,000 person place, so a lot of people wouldn't consider that a city, but it's city-like. That's like a 15-minute drive from me. But I live in like what is essentially what I would call it like a highway town. It's like a town, but a highway runs through it, so it's got actually plenty of traffic and activity. It's not like one of those like sleepy towns where it's like out in the mountains or something. Like you like one road runs through it. Then maybe like 5 people live in it. No, it's like a pretty busy townish area. Hey, we even have a big department store in it. What do you think about the police implementation of robots in the movie Chappie? I've never seen Chappie. Is that the one where you have like basically the chav robot or something like that? Like I said, I don't know enough about it. I think I remember trailers for it. Don't run past 10 p.m. Used to live in a town like that in New Jersey. I think, well, they're fairly common where I'm at. It's basically, well, there are a lot of like dying and dead sleepy towns in my area too, but not one of them. I live in what I would, like I said, it's like a highway town. It's like a town that's sprung up almost around a highway. So there's plenty of traffic going through it. A lot of truckers got to come through this way to get where they're going. So it's a 4-lane town instead of a 2-lane town. Well, there's actually a very weirdly shaped town, but it's all built around the highways. Dartigan is such a meme, the small town living southerner obsessed with crypto. Wait, what? One, that is not a meme. Even though I live in the south or southern state, I'm not really southern myself, to be honest, in terms of like culture. I'm not obsessed with crypto. I almost never talk about crypto. I just admit that I own some of it, and that's it. I'd never like, hey man, you guys been watching the recent numbers? See the Bitcoin's up to 22,000? That ain't me. I will never, ever try to sell anyone on crypto because I know how dangerous it can be. How you likely lose your money. And as for video games, well, I would assume you're into video games too because you're here to watch a live stream of one. God, Darty is such a meme. Small town. Yeah, yes, the very famous meme, the small town living southerner obsessed with crypto and video games. Didn't know that was so common. GMC, you have a good night, man, if you're leaving. You mad? Well, no, you just said something really stupid and I had to correct it. Would you want me to just sit there like, oh yeah, you're right, bro. Totally me, you got me. 100%. Say that now, but soon you'll be coercing us into darting. Nope. I would assume if I did that, none of you would ever watch me again. and I would have, you'll actually agree with you. It was a joke. That was a joke you said up there. That looked like you're like, God, I don't see any slash sarcasm. Don't see any kappas. Don't see any slash jokes. I think that you're just like, wow, I think you just made that up on the spot and thought it was true. You can't get it. You can't hide behind it. It's just a joke, bruh. I know when it's just a joke, bruh. That was just someone saying something stupid. Now you're going to sit there and blush, all right? That's what you're going to do. You're going to sit there and blush and feel embarrassed for a moment after I pointed the spotlight at you. There was a time when Bitcoin was your crutch subject. There's never been a time I've sit there and talked hours on end. I've actually, I don't think I've ever even brought it up once. It's usually chat bringing it up and me saying, yeah, I own some. It's not like a topic I spring on chat, even when it's like a big deal. Yeah, there's been times I've talked about it, definitely. But I always advise people, hey, it's one, risky to get into. If you're going to do it, probably just put something in like Bitcoin. Don't go any like all the shit coins out there, and that's it. I never want to see myself as or like be seen as one of these people who are out there like trying to get people to buy their bags. But for real, did you hear about Poppy Playtime trying to lock the game's lore behind... I don't even know what Poppy Playtime is, but trying to lock lore behind NFTs? How would you do that? People can just, like, take a screenshot. Oh, your lore is locked behind NFT. Snap. Lies? I'm sure. Alright, my stream archive is there for, like, the past 5 years. You go show me the clips. You've brought it up? Okay, maybe there's been times I've brought it up. Because probably something that just someone said in chat made me think about it. You're making it sound like I dedicated entire stream to like, hey, let's go to the charts. I think I've explained it a couple times because people ask me questions about it. Shitcoins, they're just like really basically speculative things. Really risky. Usually you lose money on them. They're kind of basically anything but Bitcoin or Ethereum basically is shitcoin. Don't see you like that. You talked about it like a meme. I actually have a high respect for your work ethic and thank you. Appreciate it. I try to like not be a shitty person. Yeah, there's a quote like, hey, don't be a shitty person. Dartigan, 2023. Canadian, what's wrong with Canadian money? Canada, are you doing something up there? Explain. I summon Canadians. What are you up to? What's going on with your currency? Hobby playtime is just 5 Nights at Freddy, but more exploration. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I feel like the 5 Nights at Freddy's era has come to an end with that really shitty game they had last year. Canadian money is not real? Well, are we putting you guys in the same category as Australia? I mean, I kind of already did. Canada's like cold Australia. I mean, you got some dangerous like moose up there, and most of your country you don't live in it. You just live around the peripheral, just like they do in Australia. So I have to admit, I have always kind of seen them that way. But you know, that's not a bad thing. Oh boy, isn't Australia like economically pretty sound? Like they haven't had a like recession in like 3 decades. Mainly because they have all the mineral wealth you could ever want. Still offended now by... Or wait, are you Australian or Canadian? It could be either one. You know, see that custom-made board sign? Well, it's gone now. On the very right of the screen. It very much reminds me of my Puzzle Rage emote. Australia seems like it's doing fine economically. Yeah, but I always hear Australians complaining about everything, though. Usually it has to do with the government. I think they all hate every single politician there. But then again, that's a very, very Anglo-Saxon thing to do. Kinda hope so. 5 Nights at Freddy, while proving to be a good content for some channels, is so worn out at this point. I still have never understood why it took off in the first place. You're Canadian? Oh, I'm sorry. You think FF9 Remake, if it's true, will be turn-based and they'll test the waters to see if turn-based games... I would definitely expect it not to be the same scale as the FF7 remake. I don't think they can handle 2 of those kind of big Final Fantasy multi-part remakes at the same time. So I would expect it to actually still be turn-based, and even maybe still use 2D backgrounds. Just like a high def reversion of that, in higher def and better new models. Something like how they've done those like 2.5 remake of Live Alive, almost like that, only like, you know, with the PlayStation graphics. I don't know, maybe something like that, and maybe with voice acting. I think Australia exists is huge hell spiders. They got way more than just spiders you have to worry about there. Just letting you know, Australia is scarier than you think. I don't even know how people in Australia like live with the anxiety of having pets. If I was living in Australia and had like a dog or a cat, I would just be constantly terrified it's gonna like try to drink water from like a river and it's gonna get snapped up by a crocodile or something, or eaten by a snake. Like, how many pets do they lose annually to like just wild animals over there? It's gotta be a lot, right? I would just like any animal is an inside animal. Aussie dollar isn't worth much? Damn. What's going on, fellow English-speaking nations? You guys alright? You need a leg up. Australia is just an anime protagonist training ground. You know, Australia usually gets left out of most anime. Australia about as dangerous as Alaska? Well, one's very hot, the other one's very cold. Both, yeah, will kill you if you go to the wrong place without supplies. I mean, imagine India, you see that video of a leopard attacking a dog that was sleeping on a porch. I have not, but I would believe it. Have you ever visited Europe? No. There's several places in Europe I would like to maybe go one day. Like Norway seems nice. Sweden's pretty nice. Switzerland definitely is on the list, just because that's fucking jealous of their mountains. Shit looks beautiful. Amsterdam for the nightlife. No, not for the whores, the nightlife, chat. Or the pot. They got more than that. Huff is a nice person despite living in Alaska. She's the only reason to ever go there. The one shining light. Toward a theater show in Amsterdam and what is a theater show? Theater is probably what you meant to write, right? Unless theater is like some German word, I don't know. Oh, have you been to the theater? That's actually probably how Germans would spell theater. Welcome to the theater. What's the update of the Japan trip? Like I said, there's no plan for that. I just like agent here in the chat sometimes who's apparently going on it in March and is asking me and Kate to go along. It hasn't been decided yet. Kate, I don't think has had a single moment of spare to even think about it. She's been like wrapped up in light about the stressful stuff she's dealing with. Oh yeah, I should probably maybe play a video game tonight, shouldn't I? What was I do? Hopefully it like saved my game properly when I quit out. Should be not, yeah. Actually, well, it auto-saved after I got to talk to this guy, I think, so we're good. Hope Kate is okay mentally. She's a strong person. I always send her well wishes. Just support her when she streams, chat. Just by watching, I mean. It's help. Hold on, I got like burps trying to make their way up. It's helpful. Sell this? Yes, please. Puff battles Moose, Bear, and Elements, and Christy Taylor with a smile. Have you heard about Alec Baldwin? That he's being charged for, like, shooting a guy on set? Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't know you could be charged for that. I thought that did the person who shot Bruce Lee's son also get charged? I'm not sure how that would work. Yeah, but then apparently someone got shot by accident because it was using a real bullet. But why would he be charged for that? Would he like tell them to load a real bullet in? Something, I'm not sure. He's in charge of hiring all of them? Okay. Yeah, I've never really paid too much. I don't really, not. Well, I can't really say I'm a fan of Alec Baldwin. I don't think he's ever been anything I really care for. He didn't take the proper safety precautions. Okay, is it like is he directing it or something, or he just an actor in it?
What are you doing here? Get lost!
This must be the place. I've got to find a way in.
He was in Beetlejuice. Yes, that it was. Probably the only thing he has that I can think of that okay, that's memorable. And what's this? Hiring covert observer. Requirements less than 150 centimeters in height and more than 180 kilogram in grip strength. Be as invisible as possible. The best case scenario would be that I'm unaware of your presence even with you standing right in front of me. Have an awful lot of time and patience. Have a strong as hell grasp of robot structures and their differences. 200 credits per 24 hours. Sneak. Yeah, the Baldwins have always been one of those like Hollywood families. They're like, you guys are fucking insufferable. Classic shooting game, UFO Invasion, monthly contest is live. Check the lower right of the poster to join. Shouldn't be pointing a gun at someone's face even if it's blank, because a blank uses real propellant. It can still, yeah, I'm aware of that actually. I mean, did he actually have the gun up to someone's head? Because I'm not really sure how any of that. I didn't really pay too much attention to that scenario because, like I said, it just wasn't a story I'm, gonna be that interested in. Famous people fucking up. I try not to get into like the gossipy news that much. They've been taking pot shots with live ammo. Okay, yeah, that actually makes it sound like they did a really shitty job then. They were like target practicing with live shots and just didn't unload the round from the chamber probably.
He's not home? Since we're here, there's no harm done in searching for clues, right? Sneaky, sneaky. I'm getting excited.
Super Hacker Bros. Do real hackers play hacking games? Matching data, matching success connected. Did it work? Something is wrong. Encrypt again. Try it again. Look deeper. Wait for me. We'll wait for your message. I'll message you. I want a cyberpunk den, chat. They seem nice and cozy. Nocturne Maze. Welcome to Nocturne Maze. I'm waiting for you at the usual spot. Invitation card to Nocturne Labyrinth Bar with exclusive member login credentials. The owner of the card is clearly a regular customer.
Nocturne Maze. I see we got a playboy, huh? Let's go take a looky look. But, they do have a dress code.
I've got a maid outfit. Will that do? Mistite. Used advanced stats. You do not like the pink chick? You don't like Genkai girls? Gold Rush location 6, Prelease location 2, job info, book, and 3 days in advance. Oh, I was wondering when they would become bullshit with this. One, two. I don't like these kind of stupid bullshit puzzles, by the way. Don't like them, no siree. Please, buddy, I'll do anything to get there, but you're about the only one in the whole Noctis who knows where it is. I've tried everything else and can only leave you this message. I've given you all the money you've asked for and got you those things you asked me to get. I've got nothing left. I just want to go there. Confessions of a Console Cowboy. Okay, we'll spend some more time trying to solve this. Didn't mean to stop. You have to hold R trigger. Let's see. This one's 3 moves behind that one. You know, I suddenly don't care. Don't care. Moving on. Probably just reading emails anyways. Gengai Curl is a character usually a schoolgirl, but not always possessed by an overabundance of energy, such that she runs everywhere, often with arms waving up. So, yeah, she's very excitable. How's your social life? Are you supposed to be asking someone, how's your social life? Well, poor. Very poor. But then again, does a Twitch chat count as a social life? What are you looking at? Just haven't gotten the hang of it yet. Different guy. I mean, it is socializing. Alright, we gotta go to a nightclub. I need to touch grass. I live where there's plenty of grass to touch. You don't have to worry about that one. Ever since the sudden rise of Mion, I thought her name was OK. OK-chan. Scop's virtual idol, it seems now that everybody wants to be famous. Hey, what are you doing? Stop. Let me in. A newcomer, huh? Don't you know the rules? I need to get in to find someone. Sure, this ain't your backyard. Now go away.
I told you, you can't get in wearing that.
I've never been to a club.
I can lend you a hand. Little. There's a surprise waiting. Go to this shop.
She's probably just using this excuse to get us naked. I don't trust this lady. So is this some 2.5D cyberpunk anime game? Yes. That is exactly what it is, in fact. It also lets you rummage through the garbage. Which I feel in a cyberpunk future is pretty accurate. It's also got really good NPCs for like every single NPC sprite is like unique and pretty well designed. I'm here to get all partied up.
Hi.
Welcome to our store. What would you like to try today? Just put some popular Japanese style clothes on sale, the latest models. Sure, they'll look great on you. Hello. Hi, Miss Masuno. Heh, long time no see. I got it. You want to get an outfit for this lady, right? Spot on. You're already a regular here. Right, Miss Masuno? Yep, your intelligence is on par with your pretty face. Does the hologram girl, the manic pixie dream girl character, she's just our lesbian friend. Who's like thirsty for us, but we always like ignore her or push her away. Wait, hold on, why did you bring me here? Darling, remember the thing I told you in the elevator earlier? What thing? I was going to get you a skirt. Now it seems you really need one. Oh, hold on. There's no way I'm wearing a skirt.
Darling, just go with the flow. You can't run or hide. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pardon?
No need,
Don't let her escape.
What? Is this a reference to FF7's like Honeybee Inn with where Cloud get... Jesus, girl.
Where's the dress?
They're beating me into those clothes.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think this is a reference to FF7, the infamous like Cloud had the dress as a woman in the Honeybee Inn and getting gang raped by a bunch of burly dudes.
I'd never wear something like this. Were it not for Ryan.
I bet Ray wouldn't be able to resist.
What?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of buff women in this game, surprisingly.
Inside.
If Sam Fisher got his original look as a skin in Rainbow Six? No, I don't really pay too much attention to Rainbow Six. But I know that he like pops up in like Rainbow Six games every once in a while. How's the corn guy doing?
Yo.
No, I've already got enough corn juice. Thank you. Alright, now that we're hot, we can get into the club. Damn, girl. You really know how to wear that thing. This bitch has basically her same outfit on. Corn juice, well, the scary thing is that guy is a sentient piece of corn, and he sells corn juice. You can do the math on that one. Oh, you can't be the same lady as before. I'm so sorry. Please, come in. You don't have to pay, you're too hot. How do we do it like... it looks like we turned our ponytail into like the tail from like that cat from like Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I forget the name of it. You know, the magical cat from Alice in Wonderland. Looks like its tail is now our hair, our ponytail. Cheshire, yeah, Cheshire cat. Can we order some food once we get in? Are you nuts? You have no idea how expensive this place is. Just one fruit platter, nothing more. Sobs. Hey, some tech priest. Thank you for the tier 1, man. 28 months. Whoa. Hot people everywhere. Girls. Robot girls. Hips. Beats. This is the world we're not meant to be in. Also, thank you for the bits. Pixel boob jiggle. Yes, I'm aware of that being in the game. Come on, don't ignore me, baby. SHP research program was one of our organization's key works, but it's already in the past for me. Me and my partner devoted a huge amount of time to finding the truth. We are fortunate enough to be alive to tell our stories. Creators or the gods, we found them to be quite friendly and passionate. Yet strangely enough, whenever we tried to record information about them, whatever we wrote would disappear in the end. If only my partner and I can prove the creator's existence. What a boring tale, don't you think? Yeah, that's religion for you. I gotta investigate this college graduate over here. Artificial dancers dancing infinite dances to never-ending rhythms. What? Love 40k, fuck Erebus, bald cunt. The right name, tech priest, for it as well. So she's an artificial well, you know what? They do good work. But aren't they putting, like, the girls out of jobs if you have artificial dancers? A little boob bounce? You know, it's a tasteful boob bounce. Can't get over there to talk to those lads. Listen, you can't keep buying drinks on credit. You didn't. You don't understand. What's this? What's that smell in your... It's sobs. Her sobs. Woohoo. Awesome. I've never seen a real woman before, and this still isn't even a real woman. It's a bit quiet today. Why haven't those Factio Pugny idiots come? Wait, isn't that's the police chick we helped earlier? I'm gonna have my men lure them in. Why so edgy, officer? This is where you chill out. You gotta relax. Hello. May I help you? I'm the sneaky person. What? Cough, cough, don't talk to me, they'll notice. What's wrong with him? You know what? I like the vibe. I actually have a friend from high school who's trying to get strippers unionized for the Actors Equity Association right now. Thing is, from what I've ever heard of strippers, they usually don't remain in the business that long. So, I don't know if they'd ever be able to convince them to unionize if you're only going to be doing it for like a year or two. Master Siberius, what brings you here? Told you many times I like to party, bitch. I'm Siberian, don't mistake for me my stupid brother who knows nothing and collects junk in his broken store. Are these two like Saudi Arabian oil princes or something? What's more important than to enjoy your life and be happy every day? Wait, are you drinking alcohol here, sir? I think that might be against your beliefs. Hey, pretty lady, will you dance with me? Not interested. Sorry, the 12th time a person has turned me down. Forget it. If you find anything of value, don't hesitate to sell it to me. That'll help me deal with the pain of being rejected all the time. Wait, so you also a collector of junk? Yeah. Harsh. So I told her, I was like, totally, what I said was how I said it. And then she was like, no, 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 but then suddenly it was all yes, yes, no. Oh, that is such a headache. I know, right? Yeah, so see this helmet? I got a bike. No way. They did a really good job on the sprite work, except for that dancing girl's head. If you look at it, it's like not properly animated with the rest of her body. See the one shaking her hips right now? Look, her head looks off from her shoulders. But none of you probably noticed that. Only my keen, non-horny eyes could see it because you're looking at other parts. Oh yeah, I felt that beat. Oh yee, I felt that yee. That's a copyrighted word, I think. Felt that beat. That rhythm is that beat, and isn't it that funky feet? That moving with that inner beat. That, man, I should actually dance instead of writing about dancing. We found Yee's next big hit. If he, well, he didn't mention Hitler in it, so maybe not. What's taking that prick so long? Can't afford the booth charge. Is there any way I could sneak out? Can I have your number? You know what? Hey, he worked up the courage. Respect. Sir, what you want? This is your 10th drink. But where am I? Exactly. +1 sin for the weird animation, but -2 sins for the sprite work and animation. I mean, there is a lot of sprite work in this game, a whole lot, and I appreciate it. Chuckles. Stop laughing. Ha ha ha. Jeez, my sister. What happened to you? Want to sit together? Business is slow tonight. Look at this player. Yeah, I got 2 girls and a robot Yogisha. Excuse me, are you Mr. Lin? Were you arranged by Nocturne Maze? Can I ask you something about N540? Whoa. Miss, hold on a second. You want to get something from me? That ain't cheap. I'm a merchant by trade. You understand what I'm saying? The geisha robot actually looks drunk as fuck. I don't know what's up with it. How much do you want? 10 million credits will do. That's robbery. Is there any other way? What, you got no money? Let me think. Well, you could accompany me back to my residence, and I don't like where this is going. This is turning into a David Cage scenario. Hey, enough. I'll call the police. If you don't want to do either, please take your leave. Mr. Lin, is there anything at all we can do? I guess today's your lucky day. I happen to have some business that I need someone capable to do for me. You help me get it done, and I'll tell you everything. Girl, you're nothing more than a stick. Sure, you can fight. Because the guy I need you to deal with is a tough one. Just tell me what I need to do. Take a look at this. That's the guy. You see, that crony's got an important ROM. Help me get that ROM, that's all I need. You keep your promise. Why shouldn't I? It is necessary for me to lie to 2 poor girls. Okay, consider it done. Find the informant. Is that Bebop? Well, it is a rhino robot guy, so... We'll find that fatty, or fatty as this guy calls him. I'll tell you when you find him. Oh, the beat's about to drop. You know, I still like this club. It's nice. Let's go kill a guy, apparently. It's a lot easier. And you think you'll play Forspoken on Tuesday, or will you wait? We'll probably play it on Tuesday, yeah. I don't know if I'll probably won't be able to finish it before Dead Space comes out, but I'll get back to it once I, finish up Dead Space. Here we are.
Here we are.
Wow, I predicted her line.
Let's look around first.
Tuesday cargo logged. 100 boxes of nanogars, 60k grenades, type A, B, and B5. 5 erotica Fantasia ROMs, we rich now. 10k boxes of malfunctioning laser furs. Don't use the nanogars, or what happened to Erwin last week will happen to you. On a Cyberneko. Good. Yeah, everyone leaves their burger, fully uneaten burgers in boxes here for some reason. We come across them in the street too. It's really bizarre. Maybe that's their way of feeding the homeless. It's like a mousetrap only for homeless people. God, that's terrible.
Why? No one should know about this place. Just you again. What's this?
Rhino smash.
Coming for ya. See who's more powerful.
You're kind of easy, guy. Data ROM for job.
It's you. Why are you here? What are you up to? Come, look at this.
Her outfit just completely changed. Yeah, it does that often, actually.
It responds to your being. You can use it to travel to places you visited. Oh, rather convenient, right?
Why does this feel familiar? Wait, this is...
Who's she? She's a mysterious lady. Inches of dust can discern some documents here, but all faded. Some words are still legible. Civilian zone, extreme apprehension, low-level maintenance. I think we just found a Lazarus pit. Wait, is this stuff gonna ruin my dress? I hate my job, 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 but nobody can know if they find out. I love my job, I love my job, I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. Okay, better. Swine nerd. Dig the dress, hate the hair. Why, you don't like her Cheshire, ponytail? There's a strange odor coming from the fridge. Best described as radioactivity. Okay, those two words aren't separated. Radioactivity and baked beans. Boring romantic road trip movie with exactly 0 pharaohs except for the one car brand.
Maybe we can spend some grum bits to upgrade our suit.
That's a save point. Yes, I will spin some grumbits. Funny word, by the way. So what's the plot to this? We have a disease called entangleitis that we're trying to find a way to cure, and our brother is missing because he was trying to find it as well. Let's see. The only thing I can really afford is that, I think. Increase of the power of the instant kill. I think I'll just hold off spinning any of these. Cyberpunk game where you're infected with something, that's gotta be a cliche at this point. Because it's happened once before. Because there's one example. Well, this is an actual disease of some kind, we don't have, Neo in our head. It's all like, ugh. You remind me a lot of myself, Choom. Minus the impressive cock. I mean, we're a woman. Of course we wouldn't have the impressive cock. Yeah, I can't really teleport anywhere. I guess I need more locations unlocked. Weren't you infected with something in Deus Ex Mankind Divided? I think you'd been brainwashed, but they never got to finish the plot, so you don't know. It never went anywhere. Could have an impressive cock in 2077. I think it was an option at least.
Sure.
Well, I would assume technology advanced in a lot of ways, including that direction.
I didn't see anybody.
Strange. How could she have missed her?
Never mind. We should go back to Lynn.
Mimetic infections are actually a likely route for humanity to reach a cyberpunk dystopia. Well, you mean like meme infections? I mean... Well, one, that would just be like a virus. I mean, for it to actually, do something besides people like lol, funny, and tell their friends about it, it would have to be like a piece of data, and you'd have to, have actual machinery in your head. So it'd just be, at that point, it's just a data virus. I am very looking forward to genetic engineering. I mean, that's getting there right now. It's like the first gene edits for like curing some novel diseases are happening right now. So who knows? I'm sure it's going to be very expensive though. At least at the outlook, anything like that. Theodore, oh, I should have watched that first. You actually did it. How surprising. Time to keep your promise. Actually, I want to like, kind of want to like. I think I could have watched what was on that ROM, couldn't I? Too late now, I guess. You're jealous of bro dude? Why? Because he hired 2 prostitutes to like do that? I mean, you could do that if you want. Hire 2 prostitutes. You want to know about N540? People come to me and ask about that all the time. But none of them have managed to come back. Go check Freeway 42. You'll find an abandoned entrance there. That's all I can tell you. Alright, thanks. Anyone? Ayane, help me locate Freeway 42. Okay. You just check Google Maps. Reload a save? I guess I could. Let me give you some free advice. If I were you, I wouldn't leave before I was fully prepared. Let me see if I can return to... Yeah, I actually did save after I got it, so we can let me try this out.
Can we trust Lynn?
Your dick would shrink if I'd ever pay a woman? Well, you're not going to be that guy then, huh? It's Andrew Tate? No, that guy actually had hair. And a jawline.
You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball.
Yeah, Jack would hate Andrew Tate. Find him lacking. How a man with no jawline has ever convinced millions of people that he's better than them, I will never know. The guy looks like he's the son of Barney Fife and Barney Fife. Hope of Dairy. Thank you for the 48 months. Of all the games I am cautiously optimistic for, Telltale's Expanse game takes the cake considering how much the books and show rule and Telltale's track record. Telltale's track record would be... I mean, they've got the first Walking Dead game, and they've got Wolf Among Us. I think the rest of their games have been meh at best. But that was old Telltale. Who knows? Maybe new Telltale will be able to pull it off.
Ayane, could you check someone out for me?
Sure. Who?
The woman just now. She...
Huh? Woman? I didn't see anybody.
What about season 2 of Batman? That was good. That was alright, but I don't think it sold very well.
Never mind. We should go back to Lynn.
Okay, where was that ROM place I could watch ROMs at? Wasn't here, no. Pharmacy. I'm waiting for Atomic Heart. As am I, but I have a strong feeling it's going to be a very janky game. Darling, I heard these vending machines nano-heat the pizza so that their cheese can melt through most types of metal. I wasn't really that hungry anyway. They nano-heat it. Oh yeah, I never did find this guy's burgers, did I? Here we go. Oh, I can't watch that ROM. Never mind. That was a waste of time. I can only watch the ROMs I bought. Welcome. Alright, that's worth a shot. Would you want cheese to melt metal? I don't know. What's the rest of the burger like? Does one of you guys sell a burger? No, you sell junk food. Yeah, I don't know where to buy that guy's burger at. Sorry. He will remain in the sewer and burgerless. No burger? Well, I guess we get it somewhere else.
Can we trust Glenn?
As if we have a choice.
Yeah, what about the creepy dude here? Hello? May I help you? What? God, don't talk to him. Maybe he comes into play later. I'm sure the dance club serves burgers. Well, I had to come in here to turn in a quest, actually. Alright, here we go. Freeway 42. Yeah, we have a side quest here as well, I think. You know, I'm glad that we have decided that in the future, hubcaps will not just be a vanity part of a car, it will be functional for making it fly.
All right. We'll have some fun next time. My beauties.
See, told you, they're just
Next time,
prostitutes.
no funny stuff. Got it. You were just supposed to mention N540. That's it.
Based on Lynn's info, this must be the place. This is a pretty desolate area, isn't it?
Many places were abandoned after the Mechanica virus decimated a lot of people. This must be one of those.
Did it just turn them into
Let's
robots?
find the
Why would they
underground
have to
entrance
leave?
Lynn gave us.
Tell me about my darter is. Right now I'm wearing pants, a t-shirt, and a jacket. Is that Riz? Maybe. I mean, they're very nice pants, I will admit that much. And it's a nice shirt, but the jacket, though, is pretty cheap. But it's comfy. Sheesh, trying to be like you when I grow up, what, wearing, economical clothing? I mean, it's a very difficult thing to aspire to. Man, I want to wear pants like you one day, good sir. A gas mask in the, you know what, in the outhouse makes sense. Hello, local poor people. Is this real life? I don't feel heat coming from it. Oh, it's real, but to us, we don't need heat anymore. You don't need heat? Thanks to the Mechanica virus, it not only changed our bodies, but also our needs. When I grow up, I want to have a job I adore going to every day. That's, that's actually, I feel like that's a dream everyone should get to experience. This is more comfortable for me. Well, I ain't got no money, but I'm free. What kind of job would that be, do you know? Am I handsome? The virus destroyed. Where's the hope? Who knows my pain? He's got half a human face and the rest of him is like war droid. Hey, you just be a slave to your own body. He's a crazy cyborg, by the way. Get your annual physical year after year after year. You idiot. Mechanization is part of human evolution. Mechanica virus is the gospel of God. Okay, Jerry Weirderstein. Take a hike. Nanomachines, well, in this case, it's more like the Omnissiah. Instead of Omnissiah, son. Go with that one.
It looks like an abandoned drainage facility.
What about the other one? Actually, it's the Mechanica virus, just the legally distinct techno-organic virus. What's the techno-organic virus? I'm glad I've taught everyone the term legally distinct, and now people are starting to use it more in their humor. Gotta hurry up. Can't miss aloo parenthos with butter. I don't know what that is, but with butter makes it sound delicious. It's from Marvel. It's what Cable uses. Oh, okay. I have become immorta. Seems like the poor fellow was mid-sentence when he left for the eternal mecha fields. Legally distinguish nuclear bombs. No go out there. No go. Imagine suing someone over nukes. I'm sorry, what? Can you? I mean, it's only governments that have them, and a very few. Legally distinct video game sending. True. Very true. What is the game you're looking forward to the most right now? Resident Evil 4 Remake. You went out for drinks and overdid it a little last night, so I was pretty hungover today, so I've just been hanging out. Erica traces can still be found all over the world. What were you drinking? Then what was your poison, as they say? Whiskey? Oh, you were... I was thinking you were drinking some kind of like, drink or something you mixed together. A cocktail. Nope, just straight whiskey. Am I gonna send Resident Evil 4 Remake? Yes. Resident Evil games are a priority on my channel. Like the whiskey on the rocks. Oh, did you get the whiskey stones in it too? Yeah, I'm not a drinker. I've never really felt like I needed it or really wanted it. I can count the amount of drinks I've had on my... I think I've had like under 10 drinks over like the past like 6 years. Tried the third person mode for Resident Evil 8, and in the end Chris has night vision goggles on and he even puts them on his eyes. When the cutscene doesn't have them, I guess they couldn't like go that far with it. Strange iron shard covered in rust. Gray rubber. I'm gonna be rich. Everyone is trying to be rich, and some are willing to do anything. Very astute. People are trying to make money, and some of them willing to do unscrupulous things. Wow. You can see why we're friends with you. Been playing Resident Evil 4 a bit. Got by the cabin defense mission on my second try and then proceeded to snap my shins on every bear trap afterward. It's a thing we've all experienced. Are you playing the PC version? If you are, then make sure you install that fan mods that like really go crazy and make the textures of the game really pop. There's like a fan project that spent years redoing all the textures of Resident Evil 4 and basically being extremely accurate with them as well. So they're really good. On the good side, I get to slap Lady D's ass and see her get pissed as I run away. But she doesn't really react to that though, does she? Also, isn't there going to be a... when the PlayStation VR comes out, you'll be able to play Resident Evil 8 in VR, I believe. That gas mask I just realized is like is a duck beak. My giantest fantasies. Can I ask where all this like love of like very big women recently has come from? I mean, it's fine, but it seems like the internet went crazy with the idea of like, I want a dommy mommy. No console. Hopefully I can get my life together and achieve the peak human experience of playing Resident Evil 4 with better graphics. I mean, you don't really need a big PC to play Resident Evil 4. I mean, it's just a texture pack. I mean, you can play Resident Evil 4 on a very low-end PC. Even using the texture pack, I'm pretty sure. Report immediately upon seeing the following people, but do not approach or ask them anything without permission. If anyone is found to be hiding them, they will be punished by... What is being censored? Posted date is from 10 years ago. Just don't want short kids if I have them, which I probably... Wow. Just don't want short kids. I mean, like, well... Looks like this one was a miss, honey. He's only 5'4". Like, send him back. How's that gonna work? I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, at that point, once you have a kid, you'll love them regardless of their height. Just because a person, especially a dude, is short, don't mean anything. Being taller has been shown to... It can have advantages. It doesn't mean you're, like, destined for, like, the slave mines if you're, like, under 6 foot. Like, you must be this tall to have a good life. There's no such sign. There's plenty of short people out there living their best life right now. The only time the stature thing even matters is if you're on dating websites that everything is based on a bio. That's it. If you have personality, you can overcome the height issue. For a lot of women too. It says 6'1" men with a... Am I sitting here streaming with my 2 girlfriends or something? No. It's all in your head. You're convinced that's what it takes because people keep saying it is, even though it's bullshit. Not gonna lie, yeah, women usually want a guy who's taller than them, but that's usually not that difficult. Most guys, on average, are taller than most women. That's really all it really comes down to. Are you taller than them? Then yeah, you probably got a chance. Ask any woman, they'll usually say, yeah, they want to get dude who's taller. Some of them are fine with being taller than a guy as well, but most of them will say at least that part. Most of them do not require 6 foot because if you noticed, the majority of men aren't above 6 feet, yet the world is full of married under 6 feet guys and 6 feet guys who have girlfriends and everything else. Damn it, they docked my salary again. It's about time I expose their monkey business. Come on, human experimentation when the Mechanica virus is raging. How tasty those crabs and shellfish in the sewer used to be. But ever since the arrival of those researchers, and the crabs are no longer tasty and they grow bigger and bigger. Some of my buddies even died after eating mutated crabs. Tall people tend to get knee problems. They can also, I think it's actually been shown that taller people tend to have shorter lives overall. Though that usually only kicks in once you're like above in like the 6, I think 6'2" and 6'4" range is when you start having like those kind of issues pop up. I'm like right at the happy medium. I'm 6'1", so I'm not too tall, so I don't have to worry too. I don't have any leg issues like that. But if you're, let's see, I'm back. I took a shower. Hope you're feeling refreshed. Go Max, trying to fuck themselves with shit long-term stream planning. Huh? You end up going to Japan, you'll basically be a kaiju. I mean, I understand the the average height of Japanese people is slightly shorter than that, but it's not like it's a world, I mean, a country full of, you know, little people. They're usually like not that much of a difference between everyone else. Weirdly, where I live, most of the people are about the same height as me as well, so I never really feel tall where I am. Like, most of the dudes around here are around, you know, the 5'10" to 6 foot height as well. So maybe just you guys everywhere else in the country are just like living in short town. I don't know. You're about height because of the blood pressure gap between the heart and the brain. Well, that, and it's also, yeah, there can also be like back issues and hip issues and like bones not be able to support your weight. But yeah, but that's usually once you get into very tall people, I feel. Like, you always hear about the people who are like 7 foot tall dying by their 40s usually. Man had the world record tallest man for a period of time. Well, yeah, but those are always due to like people with genetic, you know, deformities that made them just keep growing. Not because of like, it's their average height. Like, I think it's some country in Africa that has the highest average height, you know, obviously. At least you can reach everything. That is handy. I will admit being a bit taller feels really nice when someone asks you to get something from the top shelf at the store. Like, yeah, hold on a second, no problem. That's your only time to shine.
Ayane, the masked lady again.
What? I didn't see anybody
Easier for
at all.
shorter guys to put on muscle. Yeah, that's what I've always heard as well. A lot of the people there's actually some famous images of like guys at like a bodybuilding competition.
Keep moving.
You know, the guys are like doing all the JoJo poses and they're like rippling. And then there would like be a lady who walks out on stage and she's like taller than every single one of the dudes there. By like a full head. Because they got short guy gains. It's the Maasai tribe, but Kenya average height 6.25 feet. I wouldn't be too much shorter than them then. I mean, what up, my fellow tall people? I come with gifts of lighters and, you know, matches. I don't know, what do you bring to that kind of situation? Game coin. Game coin. What did I just pick? I picked up cryptocurrency. Dendrobium. Eating a large amount of it can lead to hallucinations. Munch, 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 munch. Kochi in part 4 dates a woman around 2.5 times in height. Okay, let's call it fun size. Short stack is a better term for it, if you're talking about ladies. Data is used as money sometimes in Kenya to bring a SIM card? Well, yeah, okay. I will download many Wikipedia articles and like, hey, can I pay with this? One of my Twitch chat said, info is money here. Could I interest you in an entire Sonic Wikipedia article downloaded as SD card?
A tool set. This might come in handy.
You are the master of unlocking after all, Ann. Electromagnetic wave transmitter, huh? Remembering the one time one of my former friends said to a shorter girl, ain't nothing wrong with being a short stack. Right to her face, and I just wanted to go home and deep clean the shower. I mean, maybe she liked it though. Maybe she considered that a really nice compliment. What are you doing? Can't you tell? Well, I'm looking for treasure. Why else you think I'm here in this disgusting place? How long have you been here? I just got here, but I'm starting to think the guy who sold me info tricked me. A rare treasure in this kind of place? Can you believe such a handsome man as me searching for treasure among sewage? What a shame. It's Speaking of, what brings you here, girl? Are you treasure hunting too? We could make a perfect team. No need. I'm here looking for someone. Oh, you talk like you're someone important. Fine if you don't want to tell me. I got this info from Noctis City with great difficulty. You think I'll let you have a bigger slice of the pie? Nut. Have to admit though, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has a certain charm. That it does. Didn't they like recently announce the new main character for like JoJo Lands? Master is a black-hearted elf queen, but she's super hot, pretty useless. So what is this? Who comes up with these titles? I don't know. What is this entire paragraph you've written? It's a manga title. Oh, it's a manga title. I don't know. Some mangas, especially if they're like isekai or like fantasy, you have to have very descriptive titles for some reason. I don't know why. Super worker. Ready Player One? Really? You gotta reference that stupid book. Work slave there. Your title isn't a fucking verb. Yeah, but that doesn't tell you, give you... I mean, one, all these shitty isekai garbage, they're all kind of the same, so you have to like make sure people know what they're getting into, I guess. So it can't just be like orc slave. It's like I was a Japanese prostitute who got reincarnated as an orc slave in a world where I'm the chosen one. You see, stuff like that. You gotta be like, that'll get the guys coming in. Any fictional world you want to be isekai'd into? Isekai'd into. You know what? Any of them that isn't Warhammer 40k and I'll be fine, I think. Just don't isekai me into that one. Starting a GameSyn channel in another world and have like 60 billion girlfriends. You know what? The 60 billion girlfriend thing would be a way of getting people's attention for a manga title, because that immediately makes you think like, holy shit, how are you gonna write this? Quabs. That means I'll be isekai'd into Berserk. Yeah, you can't, the monkey's paw curls in one of it, you got your wish. No longer Warhammer 40k, you're in Berserk. And you're a member of the Band of the Hawk that's not named... It's not named Guts. Casca. Oh yeah, I got this gun. Or sword, I mean. Want my own pond and waterfall and flower garden. Sounds calming. I still wouldn't want to be Casca. I mean, well, she recently woke up, but now she's been kidnapped. So she, after like she's literally was like in a stupor for like longer than some of you have been alive in terms of how long the stories have been going. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be her either. Still a great character though. I feel like I'm in a Fallout, yeah, like a Fallout dungeon, fighting those stupid, like, crabs you fight in that game all the time. That time I got isekai'd into Berserk and the demon horse looking at me funny. Oh god, the demon horse. I think that became a bit of a meme image, didn't it?
Ayane? About earlier.
What's up, darling?
Never mind. Help me check this out.
On it. Synchronizing data. It can record human body data and restore injuries. Seems to be linked to a huge data hub.
A data hub?
Something like central server, you mean? That time I isekai'd, or you put it, into a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know what? That would be acceptable. Knee strike kicks an enemy to knock them back. Left triangle, huh? Light sword airborne strike. L plus square to use airborne strike. I'll hold off. Want to be isekai'd into Dartiverse where I'm the Moo one and I'm the only one that can, you know, my story isn't very worth you. If you're gonna get hit by a truck and sent anywhere, I don't recommend you get sent to whatever I do. It's not as exciting as you think it is. Griffith's entire motivation was he wanted a kingdom and he sold his soul and his entire band. Now he has a kingdom and he just like more and more. Well, we don't really know what his ambitions are right now. It's actually a bit of a mystery. I mean, he's not exactly human anymore, so what he might want and money, what he's after, you know, could be some bit of an unknown. Kidnapped Casca, that he did. But that was because he was worried it was gonna like affect him. Because, you know, every time the moon is full, he turns into like the old moon baby. So my laptop is dead, the charger is busted. I think, yeah, well, thankfully chargers are a lot cheaper than buying an entirely new laptop.
Voice message.
Oh, that's what the voice message looks like, right?
Ryan was right. Seems like Ryan's been here. We're on the right track.
Charger for your laptop is over. That is robbery.
Hello? Testing. I'm Ryan Flores. If anyone finds this recording, please give it to my sister. Her name is Anne. Anne Flores. The whole situation is more complex than I had thought, but I won't give up. I'm going to keep searching for N540 to help my sister. Based on what the Prophet told me, this place is more dangerous than I thought, but I had to check it out in person.
You want Call of Duty or any other military video game characters to be isekai into an anime fantasy world, but I know this would never get... Actually, that exists. There's an anime where the Japanese Defense Force has to, like, gets transported to a fantasy world and has to, like, use modern weapons to fight against, like, knights and dragons. I've never watched it, but I've seen clips of it since apparently it's a bit of a meme. That's Gate. Yeah, I've never watched it. I've just heard people. I've just seen clips of it here and there. But I think don't like the modern soldiers like just stomp all over the fantasy people. It's like it's not even a fair fight at all. I did not hear a gunshot. Even plays Ride of the Valkyries, they blast them. That's like playing a Civilization game, finding Atlantis to get that sweet science boost. Atlantis in a Civilization game? Was that ever in there before? It feels like that'd be out of place in Civilization. That gas mask would get you killed. The front of it is like just there to quack. Like, how does that keep you from breathing in toxic stuff? You're not fooling anyone. That's a Donald Duck cosplay kit. Hey Dart, been catching up on my sleep since yesterday night. How are you? Well, been working on my script for Sonic video. I've been playing the old cyberpunk anime girl game. And you know what? Other than that, just staying relaxed. So I got nothing really to complain about. Yeah, I've already saw the guy over there. Just making sure I didn't miss any items, the old Genkai girl. Some isekai are very good. The only one I've ever watched and was entertained by was the one where the Japanese salary guy gets transported back to like World War I in the body of like a tiny blonde girl. And that's still basically like win World War I and World War II for the Germans. It's oddly weird. Let's see, journalist notes. Today is I can't remember how many days have passed. I knew we can't just trust Crockett Jane. So-called reforms and upgrades are nothing but rhetoric. Cover up her real motive. How many more innocent people is that hypocrite going to use as a stepping stone to the throne of the continent? We have been used, thoroughly used. Everything we have, our very existence, repurposes in life and even emotions to become an object of commerce for him to trade. Looks like I know too much. Maybe I won't be so lucky to get out of here tomorrow. Who exactly are those people? How can they be so influential? Where did they get all those strange, powerful devices? Scop is done for. We're all done for. Vinland Saga Season 2 came out. I need to watch out. I still never even watched the first one, actually. Have you seen the new Mid-Journey images of people in parties? The tech is becoming... I haven't seen those, but I've noticed a lot of people making YouTube videos where they showcase a lot of... They'll take, like, games or something, and they're like, hey, want to see this game if it was an actual 80s dark fantasy feature film? And try to make it... That's become apparently a very popular AI art tag, the 80s movie version of art. Those have been popping up a lot. And I've seen, like, Metal Gear Solid, if it was an 80s action movie. And a few other things like that. Apparently the Mid-Journey does like 80s like film look very well. Saw some of those, they're hilarious. Some of them are very good, I will give them that. But yeah, apparently Mid-Journey's been upgraded a bit since the last time I did a live stream where I did art with it. Might be worth doing it again at some point. Blood is fresh. He died not long ago. Splat. Okay, we got codes. Metal Gear is ahead. Already an 80s action movie. Well, it's based off them, but this was someone using an AI art generator to create images that makes it look like they're like stills from like an 80s movie, the way 80s movies and their special effects looked, and make it look like it was like real. It does a very good job at it. You have to do Chat GPT first. Well, I did mention doing a Chat GPT stream at some point where I would like hit myself against it to see who could write the best opening scene for videos. So I've also, yeah, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. People have been doing a lot of like famous games in like the 80s retro style for the AI art. So we got circle slash, circle, arrow, X in a box.
Looks like it's been encrypted with special character patterns. To crack this, we definitely need to find some clues about the characters.
Circle, there was like what? This one, and then X in a box. Berserk is an 80s fan. That one's probably, you like look for on YouTube, someone's probably made it by now. Though there's also the Mid-Journey subreddit you can check out if maybe they're on there.
Damn, these things keep coming. I can't keep up.
Well, gosh darn it. What in tarnation? These here worms? I just low-key love it when you have voice actors like, hey, okay, we want you to do a southern character in this scene. Super Southern, yeah. Well, there already is a Super Southern. He was at a Dragon Ball movie. At the current rate, especially after some manual polish, pretty sure I'll be able to create images that are indistinguishable from the real thing. It is getting good. I mean, AI development is, accelerating the way really fast right now. There's still some things that give it away, like AI art is still not good at doing hands. It still messes those up pretty reliably. And there's also sometimes in fine details it'll lack symmetry, which is also usually a tell. But I expect that you'll be solvable within the next year or so, probably. What I'm more interested in is like within the next few years, you'll be able to like make actual animated, instead of just being still images, you'll actually have them be animated. And that's when things get really crazy for content generation with it. Because they're already working on AIs that can animate and like make animated stuff based on a text prompt, so that it's coming down the line. Incredible. If you weren't here, there's no telling what might have happened to me. What brings you here? You here for treasure too? Oh no, I'm looking for my younger brother. Have you seen a young man about 20 years old here? Nah, we came here for treasure, but the situation here is far worse than we thought. What treasure are you looking for? Don't tell me it's these crabs and worms. Who said that? Don't worry, she's with me. Do you happen to know if there's another exit to this underground? Darling, he doesn't strike me as being really on top. That's fucking racist. See, he's got an accent, darling. He's not very bright. We might as well go look for ourselves. Wait, girl, you know another exit? I do know another exit, but it's embarrassing for me to say, but I have another favor I want to ask of you. Tell me that exit and I'll see what I can do. But really, thank you. You may try going through the ventilation room. That place leads to many other rooms. Treasure too, I believe. You were almost invaded by the worm division and you're still thinking about finding treasure? Priorities, man. Problem is, you need to restore power to the generator to enter that room. A buddy who was maintaining the generator got trapped there. Anyway, you might encounter more worms on your way to activate the generator, but I'm sure you can deal with them. Why should I trust you? There's no harm trusting me, sweetheart. After all, I would have been dead if you'd done come me a little late. You'd done come even a little later. So for the sake of the information I just shared with you, will you go save my friend? Sure, he'll repay you for saving him. He's got some treasures from Black Market. Still need to find my brother. Just tell me where your friend is. Sure, uploading the location to your device. Alright, take this. You can use it to unlock another door to the event hall. And you should get out of here as quickly as possible. Glad I don't have to do that accent anymore. Android 13, free will, pitiful humans, war, segregation, hatred. Is that what you've done with your free will? Yeah, great argument. Look, why should you have free will when I see what you've done with it? It's a very classic sci-fi trope, I feel. Okay, we can go this way. Oh, wait. Arg, that hurts. That's it for me. I tried kicking the bucket right now. Had my fun, now it's over. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Give him healing meds. Thank you, kind girl. Arg, it hurts. At this rate, even if my wounds heal, I'll still be a total waste. Just let the pain remind me that I should be more careful next time. Maybe things will be alright. Old Thomas out there is a good bud. Take back your meds and take the remaining ones I have. Well, shit. Here, wait, what? I gave him meds and I'm like getting my med back plus more? Thank you for your help. You've been so kind and generous to us. I've never seen that done in a game before. Like, you know what? I don't need healing. You take this and you know what? Instead of like using the ones I had on me earlier, you can have them too. There I am. I heard. I know you mean no harm. I can't believe you got rid of all those things. You were like a superhero. Good karma. You know, it's paying off. I'm just an ordinary girl. who happens to make a living fighting, I guess. You are too modest. Anyway, I'm glad you helped us out. Old Thomas was about to run out of ammo. Life's so hard. We came to make some money, and now I'm locked up in this stinky place. Is this game good? Yo, you know what? I'm actually kind of digging it. I like the NPCs in the game are actually really well done. My friends, Harbor Town, all made their fortunes by selling those magical coins. I can't stay in Noctis any longer. Trying to survive on the street. Only a matter of time before I get run over by Factio Pugni. My brothers all escape from here. In the end, I'll be fine. What system is this on? I'm playing it on PC. I don't know if it's been released on consoles yet. I'm sure it will be. Oh, the distinctive design, yeah, it's that 2.5D look where you take 3D environments and then add in pixel art characters with a lot of animations. It works really well. Okay, whoever reads this, give me back my tools. It is not these gold diggers looking for God knows what. It's some kind of robotic freaks that make weird noises, or is the entire waterfall. The bug's munching away my stuff on my leg. If that wasn't enough, there was a friggin' dude who teleported into this place, looked at me like I barged into his bunk and disappeared again. Now my tool's gone too. This sucks, I'm going home. This game is on Switch, so it's at least plausibly available in the... yeah. If not, eventually it will be. I'm not sure where I go now, actually. I guess we follow the red dot. Ventilation room maintenance report. I can't stay in this hellhole any longer. Why the hell did I agree to come repair this place? Why do we need to pay the price for those capitalist weird experiments?
The power is out. This must be the generator passage Thomas mentioned.
Let's go.
Switch is usually the hardest to port. I guess it depends on the type of game, huh? Okay. Can't go that way until we get the power restored. Gotcha. Just joined. Is this turn-based? It's not turn-based. It is, you know, it's, I guess it'd be hack and slash the closest, because when you press a button, she swings her sword or shoots her gun. But you can't do it out, like I can't like save them with this. But you got combos and you got heavy attacks. And you got a gun. Well, like you. Switch is hardest to port because the Switch is the weakest console. Well, true, like I said, that's why I said it depends on the game. It's not a graphically intensive game, it's a little bit easier, or at least not that crazy. Need a Switch Pro? Well, at this point, I think you just get a brand new, like, Switch 2. I mean, compared to, like, the Steam Deck, it's like a joke in terms of its power. It's gonna go that way. There are many people like me in the underground. Who are you? The Holy Spring guides us. Later stages of the Mechanica virus turn people into barely intelligible monster man hybrids. So you're telling me I should kill this guy? How often do you use your Steam Deck? Depends. If I'm in the middle of a work week where I gotta do a lot of production work, not too much. If I'm just playing around, I don't have anything to do that day and I want to play a game and I don't want to sit on my computer, I'll use it then. Obviously, if you do a lot of traveling, it's probably gonna get a lot of use too. But if you also don't have a big video gaming PC like me, it makes a lot more sense to get a Steam Deck right now than it does to get a full gaming PC. The TM experiments. This game do the Metroidvania style stuff? Not really. There's not really much backtracking. It's got like dungeons you go through. You don't have it? No, I've got a very big gaming PC. It's just I also have a Steam Deck. I'm saying if you don't have a gaming PC, a Steam Deck is actually a perfectly fine option. Sure if I should save, increase pistol mag size. Get the knee strike maybe? Light sword airborne strike. Yeah, you know what? We'll get that. That would require Nintendo to be a normal company that cares about its customers and being competitive. People, for some reason, keep buying the same games from Nintendo for the decades. Well, few problems there. Nintendo has its like a very dedicated niche that they actually weirdly do not need to compete in the same way Microsoft and Sony compete with each other. They make what they make and people buy it. So they're doing very well. So they don't really need to like do whatever, like follow the leader. Like try to do what Sony and Microsoft are doing. So I can't really make a business argument that they're not doing well with what they're doing. Except for the times when they make something like a Wii U. Then they're like, oh, we're gonna fuck that up. But people keep buying their stuff because they still make very good games. It's kind of hard to deny that they aren't making good games still. I mean, some of their games aren't technically that crazy or they're like very impressive, but they've always been a company that has focused on gameplay first over anything else, and they still stick to it. What even was the Wii U? Basically, the Wii U was what the Switch would have been, that you just like waited a bit longer. Because when you think of the Switch, Switch is just the Wii U without the console part of it. Because they just didn't have the technology, I guess, to like put all that into their idea at the time when they made the Wii U. So like, let's make the Wii U. It'll be like because you can still take your Wii U, either the gamepad, and like go to the toilet and play it, but you can't take it on a drive. So it was basically that. It was like a proto Switch is the best way of thinking of it. Corn Man, what are you doing down here? You play while you poop? Well, you can. I don't. Why?
Yo.
Joss Van Corn, we meet again, my corn tournament champion. Huh? Ever since I saw you near Nocturne Maze, I knew I could never forget you. What are you doing here? Expanding my biz, of course. Tournaments, shops, and somewhere unexpected places, you name it, we got it. All for the rise of growth of corn and corn. From a business perspective, they're doing great. I just mean from a creative perspective. Well, I mean, it depends. If you really want to make, you can really only knock them for like technically not graphically that amazing games at this point, I feel. And well, they're not that great at online games either. They still kind of keep that kind of simple. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, they're still nailing it. corn and corn. Even in these days with Induction, FT, and Typhonus ruling the markets, there are still people chasing their dreams. One corn, one dream, we say. Our corn shop is always ready for customers anywhere, anytime. Would you like to buy corn juice? Remember, Chad, this guy is sentient living corn and he's selling his juice. I can't trust it. Can't trust it. But I will buy another corn juice. Maybe he'll buy my junk too. Sip it on corn juice laid back. I mean, I bet it's probably... I mean, the idea of corn in juice form is like bleh. But yeah, maybe he's selling the other type of corn. Forgot about that. You know, the popular 90s band. Go! Yeah, you never heard if you've ever listened to a corn song, that was like at some point in the track the lead singer would like to show off his weird like metal yodeling. So he'd be like he just make weird gibberish.
Nobody's here. Maybe they're hiding upstairs. Let's go find them.
This is that shit. Me and my even though I liked Korn's music because they just had really good instrumentals, me and my friends just constantly would make fun of that whenever they do that shit. Be like, hey John, you like what? And you know what? We'd bust up laughing every time because we're easily entertained. Silent Hill Downpour and my editing of those streams have burned that band in my... Oh, did they know? I mean, I only use the at the very end with the achievement. Seeing Crazy Town Butterfly? Crazy... I don't think I know that one. Is that one of their later tracks? It's like MJ Shimon. Well, I could feel like the word Shimon could be like a name of somebody. You know, the guys who made the song for Silent Hill Down, yeah. Famous artists who like for some reason. Yeah, a very good fit. Come my lady, come. Oh yeah, that's a different band. Be my sugar flat. They're like a one-hit wonder too. That was crazy. Though it said I literally did not know the band's name, but I do know the song. Come. It's like come my lady, come my lady, be my butterfly, sugar baby. It was like a song that was like one summer everyone was listening to. Called Lazy Town. Isn't Lazy Town like the children's musical show? Like, oh, like you are a pirate. You are a pirate.
Must be Thomas's buddy.
I'll restore the power.
Gotta do the cooking by the book. Yeah. It's the way you bake it. Gotta do the cooking by the book. Or na. Or you'll... How's that? I can't remember the lyrics now. It's been a while. Gotta make a pretty recipe. Or you'll have... drop it down, bitch! Let me see you back it up. Drop that ass down low. Put that motherfucker... I like that version better. Though I can't do the impression that well. Drop it down, bitch! No, I can't do that impression at all.
Yeah, the generator is on.
What am I doing? Oh, worms. Oh, shit. Have a grenade. Ow. Maybe start using... Oh. Yeah, that's some good pixel art. I'll give him that. My corn drink saving my life right now, I think. Oh shit, maybe not. Ow, ow. Oh, fuck. Lady, I'm fighting an abomination here. I can't worry about everything. How are you not dead yet? Just looked it up. What that their song something or something cause it kind of ridiculous. What song are you talking about, the King? Oh.
If you bully him again...
Mike, have a good night. Oh, we're getting some Neon Genesis Evangelion moments here, huh? Looking for the new Dead Space? Yeah, I'd say I am.
Fine. It's gonna be okay. I will always take care of you.
Why, when you tell, I believe that's called a sundress. Have to wait till the next flashback to find out what happened. Were we at a club watching robot strippers like 20 minutes ago? It feels like an hour ago, actually, but yeah. But they weren't really stripping, they were just dancing, respectively. You also find the original Neon Genesis ending highly disappointing? You mean the one for the TV show or the movie? This ain't gonna turn into ugly bastard tag, is it? Thank you for saving my life. Did Thomas send you to rescue me? And also saved him. Oh, thank you, thank you. At our age, only the desperate and the crazy risk their life for money here. Thought I was going to die here with all my equipment. I have nothing to repay you. Please take my thruster. It'll help you reach places you couldn't before. We aren't wasting our time saving you lot. Ayane, that's rude. It's fine, you gotta leave soon. The worms may return at any time. Original TV show, the 2 episodes of just talk. Well, that was because they literally got in trouble for having like a very bloody episode, and they had all their budget gone, so they really couldn't animate much. So they're like, whatever, we just went clapped and congratulated Shinji. That's why they had to make the movie to actually end it. Want to go up and see my friend. After all, we came here together. We just want to see him one last time. Sure, we'll go first. Never knew that. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, that's what I've always heard, but I don't. What? Power module. Press X twice to double jump. Okay, gotcha. I was reading into something and I discovered that the idea of Assassin's Creed going into alternate timelines that they refer to in calculations was been toyed with during production as early as Revelations. I don't know, a historical murder simulator having alternate timelines that diverges from history is just stupid. Yeah, but it's Assassin's Creed, of course it would be stupid. When do they ever, like, not ruin a good idea? It's like a production problem that would happen that way, definitely. I think it's because, you remember the episode, was the episode where, like, Asuka almost, like, dies because she's, like, or was, no, there's, like, an episode that's, like, really violent and bloody, and it got them, like, punished by their publishers, I guess, so they had their budget drastically cut for the final remaining episodes, so they had to, like, that's why you also have the famous elevator scene where, like, the 2 girls just stand there and, like, do nothing for, like, a full minute. And then you have another famous scene where, like, Shinji just holds that, you know, the blonde angel kid in his, like, palms for, like, a full minute before finally squishing him. It's because they didn't have any money, so, like, we can't really animate this, so just have him, like, stand there. You gonna leave? Okay, I'll get going soon. Just want to be my friend one last time. About treasure hunting. What happened here? What happened here? Why were you the only one left behind? Because of those disgusting worms. They could come from anywhere. Oh, and that big fella you defeated will spawn more smaller worms. We were advancing together until the worms forced us to split up. Thomas, is he and everyone else alright? Yes. Great, girl. I know you can put up a good fight, but you've got to be more careful. Who knows where the worms might come from? Okay, thanks for the reminder. Dad Dart? Dad, ugh. What happened so far? We killed a big worm, and we're in, like, some kind of, like, underground road place. Are you here looking for treasure with Thomas? You think it's odd? Why would I come if I didn't have enough strength? Thomas, he insisted that I come, knowing that I'd slow them down. Right, someone like me is bound to be destroyed by society. Thomas, he still thought I could do it. Thomas thought it would be cruel to leave me alone as if I am being abandoned by the world. At least there was one person that still thought I could do something. One reason for me to keep my sorry life. My brain has been mechanized thanks to the Mechanica virus, but I don't think too much about risks. But if Thomas thinks I'm useful, then I'll do my best to pay his trust. Hydration bot reminder, you should be keeping yourself hydrated. Well, I just finished an entire drink a few minutes ago, so I think I'm good. I think I'll live. The prognosis is, seems pretty bright. Let's see, we can go, let's check over here first. Experiment homozygization? I can't say that zig in the middle. Homozygization. There we go. Is that a real word? Somatic cells failed to fuse the experimental subject data corrupted. Homozig. It's one an emotional roller coaster listening to when I can see you again. So it came out in 2012. Where did the time go? When can I see you again? Was that the song? Na-na-na-na. Made my mistakes. Which floor am I going? Am I going down? No, I don't think I'm going down. Oh, we've already been here. What about someone that you used to know? Hmm? That's a big hit. Going to head out. I'll maybe back later. Hey, hope you can make it. Got a dog to walk. I understand the need and the urge. Me singing is a whole different side of satisfaction. You should have been here like a few minutes ago and I was singing corn lyrics. You really missed out. Darling, this man is already dead. I know. He must have come along with the maintenance worker. What VODs are for? Well, yeah, true. No need to investigate a dead body. Well, not only do I have VODs enabled, I also upload them to YouTube. Is that AI that horny for you? It's not AI, it's an actual real person. They just like communicate through a drone and holograms. Vietnam flashbacks to when you sing Black Hole Sun during Beyond Black Hole Sun, won't you come to wash away my pain? Black Hole Sun, won't you... That is just a fun song to sing. I will always stand by it. Won't you come? Rip to the band's lead singer, though. How's Witcher 3 going? Well, so in his plane there, right? We make our way back. The masked woman. Why did she keep following me? Let me tell you what just happened. The place you just entered is called Hinterland. Hinterland? You mean that strange dream? It wasn't a dream, it's a parallel world that exists, full of anomalies. Your mind has access to that place. Who are you? How do you know so much about me? I'm here to send you a warning. Don't let it fool you. Who? Carry on, go find your brother. I shall tell you everything when the time comes.
Hinterland.
She's
Anomalies. What is all this? Most importantly, how did she know about my dream? Who is this woman?
Sing the real Vietnam song, Fortunate Son. I'm not a... I don't really know that song very well. I'm not a senator. I don't really have the... I'd have to listen to it to get the tone right. Ain't me. I'm not a... Yeah, something like that, right? Ain't me. Ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. Something along those lines. Yeah, I haven't listened to that song in a long time. What about the official Korean song? They say suicide is painless. You know, from that old TV show MASH. Another potential way of breaking Final Fantasy VIII by junctioning 100 zombies to Squall's attack and then casting Kirog on the poor victim. That can work. Some of them are immune to it, though. Hey, Adamus, you have a good night, man. Oh, we gotta like finish our fight against you,
This
huh?
one means business.
Oh, it's a big ass crab. Ow. Why does a crab generate an energy field? You know what? Doesn't matter why it does. It just do. Here, have some corn drink. Between Cloud or this lady, who has the better giant Cloud? This lady's got little basic when it comes to her attacks. Takes too long to swing. A true heavy weapon for her. Cloud, I think Cloud's weapon is kind of hollow. You know, actually, not this is Cloud related, but I saw someone on YouTube who's currently making an actual sword from Berserk. You know, the giant Dragon Slayer sword that currently he's like got the blade done. He's currently working on the handle. It weighs like 300 pounds because it's solid steel. It's like use like an entire like lift to keep it held up. It makes the absurdity of like Guts swinging that thing around one-handed even more like, wow, that truly is absurd that he can use that thing.
Ooh, the power is back. We can enter the ventilation room now.
Let's go.
Spinning cone toy. Vintage gold. My friends in Harbor Town all made their fortunes by selling those magical coins. I can't stay in Noctis any longer, trying to survive on the street. Only a matter of time before I get run. Didn't I read this one before? Unknown ticket. Looks like a dollar bill.
Whatever it is, it looks toxic. Let's try to find a way to get rid of it first.
Oh, no, we're fine. Remember we found that duck gas mask. We could just put that on, right?
Hun, your thruster can't get you far enough to pass through.
We'll have to find another way.
Do you think the MCU can
Maybe I
recover
use the
goodwill, or
nearby
will it
fans.
continue its death spiral?
Let me check.
Do they not have the goodwill? I don't know. I haven't really paid too much attention to Marvel for a while now. Just so you know, the last Marvel movie I watched was it? Yeah, Iron Man, the first one. I have not paid at all any attention to all the Marvel movies. So I've seen clips, and I know the general idea of what's happened. When it comes to watching the movies, I have not watched any of them. As for like just, I suppose. I mean, maybe that's. I mean, there's like a decade of Marvel movies. Maybe the people who like were into it have grown up and their tastes changed. No one likes the same stuff forever. So maybe those kids have like now moved on, and now maybe they want something else. I don't know. I couldn't tell you on that one. Ugh, tongue. Phase 4 was an unmitigated disaster and clusterfuck. Riley's insanely bad at this point. Well, like I said, I haven't watched it myself, so I'll take your word for it. You can always recover from everything, I've always say. There's nothing that's unrecoverable, I feel. It really, I guess they've been, I'm guessing, one thing I've noticed about the current Marvel movies, a lot of them were like characters I never even heard of before, like the Ten Rings guy, and then you have, they were doing a lot more TV shows and movies as well, I've noticed. And they're like focusing on the multiverse stuff. I think the multiverse angle is always going to be a harder sell, since it's harder to wrap your head around than just like, here's a guy with like magic crystals. But it seems like the Spider-Man movies are still doing good, so as long as they lead with that, maybe they'll be fine. The Mandarin. And you know, part of it also is bad luck because one of their big stars for like they were planning to focus on, I guess, died before he could make the second movie. The Black Panther dude. So that kind of probably like really threw a wrench into it. So I'm guessing Black Panther 2 didn't do it very well or something. Because of that, people like wanted the original guy. Or did Black Panther 2 come out already? I actually haven't paid attention. Black Panther did pretty good. Was it actually a good movie though? Is what I should be asking. Mid. It has good actors in it. Spider-Man No Way Home was one of the only good. Yeah, I heard everyone liked that because, hey, all the Spider-Mans, I should say at that point. And you also, it feels like Willem Dafoe is just like getting better and better at what he does. Am I wrong at that? That Willem Dafoe just like cranking him out recently? Like, yeah, I'm Willem Dafoe. I'm here to like kick some acting ass today. He just seems like he's in the stage where he's just having fun. Oh. Has Dafoe ever been bad? He's had bad movies, but recently he's at the I don't give a fuck, I'm just gonna be as crazy as I want to be stage of his career. Black Panther 2, yes, it was very good and good acting. I heard everyone liked the first one. I never saw it myself. But everyone's like, hey, I'm glad they got a good movie out of it. But then the actor died of, tragically of like, what is bowel cancer, right? That was actually super tragic since like bowel cancer is usually like an elderly disease. Because it's very slow developing as well. Like really, it's like what also got, Total Biscuit on YouTube. Funny as Tom Holland's contract with Sony and Disney ended and he was like, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore, and Sony Disney went ahead and got his girlfriend under a new contract to try and strong-arm his girlfriend? Like, who's his girlfriend? Is it actually the Mary Jane? Is that his girlfriend in the real world too? Fucking plants. Wait, they actually date now? I guess he's like, hey, if you don't continue to play Spider-Man, we're going to cast a different actor to make out with your girlfriend. That is a very potent threat when you think about it. Never thought of that before. Angela Bassett, the actress who plays Black Panther's mother, won a Golden Globe for her performance in Black Panther 2. We're gonna cuck your Spider-Man. That feels like something that Green Goblin would actually say to Spider-Man. Digitane. Should just go to the dispensary and get that done. Dispensary. How much longer are you planning to stream tonight? I've got about another hour and 30 minutes. Are you really needing the weed that bad? When you say dispensary, I think it's usually like, oh, I gotta get my fix. Weed store? Oh, so it was? Is that what you're going to? I mean, damn. I can't stand between a lady and her weed. I'm a streamer, am I? Look, I'll still be, I got like an hour and 30 minutes left. I'll still be here unless you get really high on the way back. And just like forget where you live. Just make sure you get yourself a good brand, alright? Shouldn't have fallen down here, should I? The dankest of shit. The dankest of dank. I can't jump over you. Oh. Where's the fan to activate that one then? Oh, it's here. Fun fact, Disney are waiting until 2026 to do their own X-Men movie because legally if they were to make them now, they'd have to use the Fox contracted actors. Oh, that's why they're sitting on it. I was wondering why they weren't making anything after buying it. I mean, didn't they already use, well, to be fair, they already used the best Professor X, so I guess they're okay with that actor doing it. I've only had it once in college, but for me, it's pot brownies or bust. The edibles, you mean? I mean, yeah, it's better than fucking up your lungs with smoke, I guess. A lot of potheads will actually try to argue like, man, it's not like cigarettes. It doesn't damage your lungs. Yes, it does. It just isn't as addictive as cigarettes. You're not smoking it as much. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are returning as Wolverine and Deadpool. I thought... Wasn't Hugh Jackman retired from the role after that? I thought he did. And also, isn't he like... Wouldn't he have to do nothing but Old Man Logan? Because he is like 60 now or something, isn't he? But you know what? 60's the new 40, so maybe he can keep it up. Ryan Reynolds wore him down. Literally, at this point, Ryan Reynolds really is just Deadpool, isn't he? Even in real life. Increases luck. What does the luck even do for me, though? Increases backpack size to 8. I can hold on to that for now. What is this? 4 slashes. From a lower position, dealing damage to enemies makes it easier to attack shorter enemies. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Hugh Jackman is 54? Okay. Well, mid-50s then. Yeah, you know, Hollywood actors though, they're looking younger and younger. Tom Cruise looks like he's barely even hit 40, and he's like 60. They're on to something. Maybe the Scientology knows something or two. Apparently there were rumors a young actor Hugh worked with was being talked to do Wolverine, and Hugh gave him the advice, don't do what I did and get the muscles, it'll fuck your up your body. I mean, it ain't easy to get that physique and maintain it. Oftentimes you get, well, one, the dirty secret is they're all on steroids. They just don't want to say that. Like every single Hollywood actor that is buff as hell, they're using juice. And on top of that, usually before they have to do any scene where their shirt's going to be off, they have to dehydrate themselves for a day or two to really make themselves pop. And yeah, that over time, yeah, that's going to like fuck with you. So I would like have it in my contract, like I don't have to have my shirt off, I don't have to be full of muscle, even though, yeah, or at least beyond what you can obtain naturally. What's up, Fresh? How you doing? I'd like to believe Jackie Chan was steroid free. Well, Jackie Chan was never like huge, was he? No, he was never like jacked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jackie Chan was like steroid free. Yeah, he never struck me as like being like too big. Or too big too quickly. Obviously the guy was a martial artist and trained all the time, so his physique would have been natural anyways. He would not have had to been getting jacked for a specific role. He just would be like in shape. Dehydration thing nearly killed Hugh Jackman and Chris Hemsworth. Chris said he had to dehydrate for a few days for one shirtless scene, and his doctor was like, you were a few hours away from your kid. Yeah, that is really rough shit. I mean, models have to do it all the time. Anytime you see any guy looking unnaturally, like, you know, ripped, it's usually because one, he's dehydrated himself for at least a day before taking the photo. Sometimes two. Which ain't exactly, yeah, great for your kidneys. But, sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes they're actually on something, but even if you are just naturally, you know, pretty good built, if you dehydrate yourself for a day or two, you'll make yourself look that much more because it'll, you know, your skin will really shrink around your muscles. But it ain't worth the pain. Chris Hemsworth is showing signs of Alzheimer's. Who's Chris Hemsworth, the Thor guy, or am I thinking of somewhere else? He's showing signs of Alzheimer's? Like early Alzheimer's, I'm assuming then, right? Where'd you hear this guy? This at? That's horrible if so. Probably runs in his family. Isn't he like in his like late 30s or something? Jesus, that is way, way, way too early for Chris himself talking about it. I hope for him. It's really fucking rough. I mean, early onset Alzheimer's does happen from sometimes, and that is like terrible to even think about. Hell, even getting it when you're elderly is terrible. I mean, it's bad enough that shit. Who was it? There's an actor recently. Which actor was it recently that had to like that lost his ability to speak? Bruce. No. For some reason, yeah, no. Forget who it was. Speaking of Alzheimer's, Bruce. Yeah, just General Bruce. Bruce Willis. For some reason, I kept wanting to thinking Bruce Campbell, but no, I was gonna say I think he's all right. But Bruce Willis, you know, he has some kind of neurological disease where he can't actually understand words or talk anymore. Where he's like going down that path. That's really, I'd never even heard of that before. It feels like you're just trapped and unable to communicate. Like, Jesus fuck. Why are neurological diseases so damn terrifying?
This place is damp. My right eye is starting to hurt again. I found something called N530. I'm not sure how it's connected to N540. What exactly is N540? The Prophet didn't tell me much. Where does the Prophet come from anyway?
But yeah, this is the first I heard about Chris Hemsworth apparently showing signs of Alzheimer's. Hopefully they're wrong, because, man, if so, he's probably got, like, what, 10 years left? That's usually once you get, like, diagnosed with that, it's downhill from there. Talking one last snap before getting back to work. I'll send you the link either on Sunday or Monday. Talk to you later, Dart, and good. Be sure to, like, for, like, the test, yeah. But, yeah, be sure to check it out. The Direction of Heaven. I walked right. It shouldn't be. I'm phasing through the rock. I forgot to put collision detection here. With the scariest disease there is? Yeah, I mean... supposedly they're starting to they're actually coming out with some drugs now that can maybe, like, that apparently have shown... that they can maybe slow a degradation down somewhat, so... hopefully there's some, truth to that. The rock is a hologram. Well, it's a video game. Everything's a hologram, and technically. You want to get up? You look like a big daddy. Reddit's too real right now. Well, in my chat, we go from, like, goofy subjects, for me, like singing corn lyrics, and to then talking about actors in movies, to then talking about the medical illnesses of the actors. You never know where a conversation is going to lead here. I think that's one of the draws of it.
The passage is collapsing.
Target located. Heading to its location. All hands on deck.
Wait, are those Metal Gears in the background?
It's close.
Baby gears?
Yes, it's nearby.
It's a fucking dinosaur.
It's coming. It's here. Ah!
It's helping you doze off? Well, my voice is... people have told me my voice is good for that.
This tunnel leads to the water facility control center. The Prophet said that I might find N540 there, but there are a lot of outcasts at the other door. I hope they won't bother me. Guess I'll have to try my luck.
I'm like the white Morgan Freeman. That is the best compliment I've ever received. Oh, it's Jawas. Ogabini.
And be careful. What are these?
I don't know, but they're cute. I'm like a fucking Jedi right now, killing like Jawas.
I'll report to the Elder. You guys take care of her.
You just saw me kick and juggle one of your people in the air. You're like, yeah, you get it. So I finished my last playthrough of Black Flag, and it just makes me sad to see how far Assassin's Creed has fallen in the last decade. Yep, it just takes a few bad ideas, doesn't it? Like, Black Flag is like the last one they made. Well, after that they went to make that one set in France and the one set in England, and then everyone's like, this is fucking terrible. Do something else. So what if we made it into RPG? Yeah, sure, why not? And now we got this mess. Impressive. Thank you for cleaning out the mutants. The mutants. Elder knows all. Elder? And guess we need to ask the Elder here. Is Elder in chat tonight? It's your moment to shine, buddy. Elder here for more information. You ate a Delta 9 gummy a bit ago. I think it's... What is a Delta... Oh, is this more edibles? It's kicking in, is it? Sure. Only edible I've had in, like, the past couple of years was one my neighbor got, is, like, chocolate and shrooms. It didn't do anything to me, though. I swear to God, my biology doesn't let me enjoy drugs. Or anything else. Thanks for helping. So go speak with Elder. He's waiting for you. You're not doing enough? There's been times I've like, like it wasn't affecting me. Okay, I'll take some more. Still got nothing out of it. I guess sometimes, biology is different for everyone. And so probably the amount that I would have to take is probably dangerous. So I wouldn't want to just keep doing it. Like, oh, it ain't working? Have some more. It's not a good idea when it comes to narcotics. Oh, it's not good enough for you? Oh, here, have another line. Oh, they got a little... How do they get wind down here in an underground place for their wind turbines?
Could this be it?
Ugh. Elder is right ahead. Once we kill them all, we can get out. Giant fan powering the wind turbines, which is in turn, I guess there is those big air things in here, so maybe it could be that?
She eliminated that whole squad on her own? Understood. Go now.
Shh, keep your hands off our goods. He's pointing his gun at Zelda, he was just doing these canned animations. It's supposed to be, like, not creepy with all these body parts of robots hanging all over the place. Yeah, could go over there, but what's over here, though? I just feel like I should look back. Just quick look back. What? Wind tier. Do not approach the spring without permission. Do not defy the Elder. Follow resource allocation. Strictly unauthorized exchanges of areas are forbidden. Record your occupation regularly. Do not engage with humans without consent from the Elder. Don't have body parts hanging from your ceiling in your place. Not anymore. You know, my landlady came over. She's like, what? She's like, this is not covered by the security laws. It's the best I could come up with on short notice. I mean, you usually grow out of your, like, body parts on the ceiling phase, you know. Clarity Seeker. Hello, madam. You must be one of the puzzled ones, judging by your looks. The puzzled ones? I am also one of the puzzled ones, though I'm not entirely like them. You and I were born with many questions, puzzled by our very existence. Whatever do you mean? I am a Buddhist, apparently. To ordinary people, the Mechanica virus only changes their body, but to me it was a spiritual awakening. How so? Yes, because of my experiences, I now know I need to change to stay the same, yet I'm still puzzled. More enlightenment. Didn't you say you understand yourself? Quite so, but now I'm puzzled by the puzzles of others. What? Having realized that I already have an eternal life, I began to think about the troubles and puzzles other people have. So I've become a wanderer, trying to solve the puzzles of the world. I hope my long life will help me uncover the puzzles of all living creatures. Oh, puzzled one, come to me whenever you can. I'm more than happy to share my experiences and thoughts with you. friend of mine was talking to me about the proportions of some anime art. Don't ask why, and the way he described it made it sound like he sells body parts on the black market. Well, anime does like to have weird female proportions specifically. Guys are usually pretty normal, I've noticed. Guys, you know, outside of like a few like, you know, fighting anime where the guys are like insanely ripped, you know, it's usually only the ladies that get the weird, strange proportions for some reason. Why is that? You are the human, our elder is she. Oh, no, no, you're different. Hey, stay away from her. What was that? Can I be an elder too? Ha 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 ha. This man crazy. Really haven't seen. Baki was what I was talking about when I said fighting anime where guys with insanely ripped physiques. Yeah, that was what I had in mind. I hope you're here looking for work. I have some work, but the elder wants to see you now, so come back later. Heard the food above is colorful, not like here, all yellow and white. Not really. Actually, the food colors are limited. Yellow and white as well? Well, there are also red, green, and so on. Wow, do they make you feel bubbly? Nom nom, glug glug, and yay. Sound like you're reading ad slogans. So are those real? The refreshing, colorful water described on the internet? What the hell? Please, I really want to taste it. I got some corn juice. Oh, he doesn't want corn. I think I actually drank all my corn juice. Please don't forget, please. I need the corn juice. Taste the internet. That's a scary idea. Snore. Huh? Hey, he is easy napping while standing. These guards are really absent-minded. What a strange tribe. I may have a clue after taking to the elder they mentioned. Talking. Guys are a bit too plain or ugly. Sin in anime. That's why I will always take an edgy males are ridiculous. Well, oftentimes they make the anime main character protagonist kind of plain looking, so you can like project yourself onto him. Have you ever wondered why every single hentai protagonist, or maybe every harem protagonist, if you want to be cleaner, is just some boring regular dude who apparently has like 5 or 6 like girls in love with him? It's because you're meant to project yourself onto him, like the loser you are. This is a very big place. You have no idea what I'm trying to say? Projecting yourself onto a character that's bland and boring. It's basically like, take a non-speaking main character in a video game. You're meant to project yourself onto him. That's why a lot of anime, you know, main characters are just the freshest slice of boring. No personality that ever attracted anyone, yet they get weirdly everyone around them for some reason. Can I go over there? Okay, I've made a circle. Isn't there something over this way, though? To be fair, it's better for the customer to be able to project themselves than the author to insert we get these days. True, I'd rather always have that rather than the author insert themselves. That's usually always, like, very preachy and whiny and, you know, bullshit. This is gigantic. Hi, Dartigan. What's up, Zyth? How you doing? Kill them all. Kill. Bitch got problems. Too many tire fires. Getting some Nier Automata vibes? A little bit, actually, you're right. It is like, this is a robot village. Alright, let's go speak to the elder. Just needs robots having sex. Still one of the best scenes ever because of like it's just like the sheer what the fuckness.
I guess that old guy is the elder.
Yes, let's ask him some questions.
Thank you for cleaning out the mutants. Hey Dart, what's next on the chopping block for Sins? Right now I'm working on Sonic Frontiers, and soon after that, it will most certainly be Dead Space. Thank you for cleaning out the mutants though. Is everyone here infected with the Mechanica virus? Quite so. Can you tell from their mechanical body? You can tell from their mechanical bodies. Never heard of this Mechanica virus mutation before. How could you miss it? The thing that turns people into robots? You've like literally talked to people talking about the Mechanica virus all game and walked past plenty of robot people. Sigh, it's a long story. At first they lost the ability to speak, which is not abnormal. But then their eyes turned red and they okay, I guess maybe the evil robotic people long for bloodshed. What's worse, the virus is still spreading. Spreads super fast, and this place is the last safe place underground. What brought you here to begin with? Apologies, I have forgotten much more than I know. I indeed don't even remember how we came here. As if the memory has been erased from my mind. And in our current state, we have nowhere else to go. We are scorned by all, I'm afraid. What brings you here, Upper Terran? We're here to find someone. Have you seen a gray-haired young man around here? No Upper Terran has come here for a long time. There used to be a bridge next to the entrance you came in, but it collapsed a long time ago. Because of the frequent earthquakes. Is there another way to where the bridge leads? There is, but the path is occupied by hordes of mutants. You don't need me to tell you how perilous it is. Will you please tell me where it is? Yes, but before you go, there's another favor we want to ask of you. A bunch of mutants are approaching our safe area. We've managed to contain them in a supply area. This is a dire situation for us. If we don't deal with them soon, we'll be turned into mutants. We'll help you deal with the mutants if you help us get out. Of course. I'll tell you exactly where to go and share whatever I know about the place. Now go. We're running out of time. Deal, oh hi, elder dude. Please tell me the location. I'll go there right away. When you arrive, my people will set up a ladder for you. Sure. Sonic should be easy, or did you have to do lore? No, I'm not doing a single bit of lore research for Sonic. The Nier anime went on hiatus in mid-season. I mean, wait, it just stopped airing anime episodes or something? I didn't know that was a thing animes could do. Usually there's like a season and then it goes on, you know, they have to like make the next season of episodes, right? Is that what you're talking about? Why is Corn Guy here?
Yeah.
Welcome. Care to buy some corn juice? Why are you trying to sell things in such a dangerous place? Corn contains endorphins that make people happy. Everyone wants endorphins. No one will harm a corn merchant who brings them joy. Ask my brother. Your brother? Tough one, but he's actually a timid lad. I asked him to come here to help with business, but he was too afraid, so I came by myself. Enough about him. Want to have a merry corn juice? There's a guy downstairs who needs to try this stuff. I will buy corn juice. But first I must sell you stuff. Okay, apparently I got too much other stuff. Where would that go? Would it go here? As a consumable? I don't want to sell this as recyclable stuff. Can't get rid of my diabetes medication. You know what? Sell that. Yeah, give me that delicious, sweet, sweet corn juice. Just casually has napalm. Hey, I'm in. It's a tough world, you know. You know what that is? That's a healing fountain. A healing fountain? Yes, human. I gave it this name. It was here before I came. The water alleviates the pain from my illness. These names on the tombstones, they were the ones blessed by the healing fountain. Thank you. No time to dilly-dally, let's go. Any upgrades we can make? Too fancy for that, so I guess we'll hold off. All these people died, thank you. Look, she's not the most...
From searching. A long time ago, a group of patients exposed issues with the mechanicovirus vaccines. They disappeared into the thin air later on. You can't even find their info on the dark web. Do you think that group and these outcasts are one and the same?
Could be. These people must have lived down here for a long time.
Dark web, vaccine, hesitant people, or did she go visit 4chan? Damn vaccines, they say we're gonna turn into robots. We don't take their poison. Snore. Hey, okay, I thought there would be like new dialogues. Also, dark web is a very boring place. It's nowhere near as exciting as it sounds. Here, I got corn juice for you. So are those real, the refreshing cooler water? Yeah, here, have some corn juice. Oh, he doesn't want corn juice. He wants other drink. Vaccine is turning the damn frogs robotic. I mean, that would be pretty cool if so. Master Blaster could become an actual real thing. Says I can look at this, but I can't. Food leftovers are meager, all dried up and stinky. Next to the bonfire is a random stack of essentials, just enough for somebody to get by. It seems they were left behind and rushed during a party. So, yeah, the dark web is mainly just a bunch of really boring, shitty websites, and then you have a few that'll sell drugs or something. And there's some like places you can buy information. That's about it. It's not even hard to get onto it. Just use an onion router. Hope you're here looking for work. Have some work, but the elder wants to see you, you know. So come back later. I did that already. I need the work. Hope you're here looking for work. Okay, I talked to the elder. What do you want from me? Do I need to talk to the elder more? I thought we were done. Okay, no, it wants me to go somewhere. Okay, where's it? How do I get there though? Okay, I guess we go this way. Everything gets more boring once. Like apparently the only interesting thing ever on that was ever on the dark web was the Pirate Bay, which was where you just use Bitcoin to buy your drugs at. But for the most part, dark web is pretty shit. Have you ever been on the dark web, or do you just watch it? I've obviously I got interested by the name and checked it out, and also read into it. And yeah, it's mainly just a bunch of really dumb, really cheaply put together websites for the most part. That some of them try to a lot of them are just LARPs. It's like, hey, come back here on this such and such date for the truth of the dark. A lot of stuff is just playing on people's conspiracy theories too. Like I said, it's mainly the only reason you ever go for it if you want to buy someone's social security number, or maybe buy drugs. That's about it. Or in even darker realms of it, child porn. Yeah, that is in there. That's where you'll probably find it at. What was the point of the ladder? I don't know. remember correctly, isn't it just spreadsheet you download the dark web? I'm not really sure the technical issues of it. It just like mainly like some very, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's hosted on still servers and stuff, so I'm not sure about that. Still in combat? You got a scythe, you know, he's here to, you'll hew some corn. It's just, is that it? That was all I had to kill with those 3 guys? Can you guys just like pick them off with guns from up here where you were safe? Thanks for helping. Our elder is expecting you. Wait, isn't that the elder right there? Thank you. You've solved our crisis. Can you tell me about how to get out of here? Don't worry, a promise is a promise. There's a general at the other side. He has mutated. I'm afraid the BC rays have also... No one comes back alive after going there. You understand how dangerous it is. Are you sure you still want to go there? Yes, I must go there. I have a brother to save. Fine, I'll tell you the location. You will face more mutants along the way. You better prepare yourself. Don't worry, I got corn juice. Thanks for the reminder. Take care. You have a sword, a bigger sword, claws, a staff, a shield. Technically, I have a sword, a bigger sword, and a pistol. I think my sword turns into like those other weapons.
Darling, did he just say beasts?
Yes, I don't want to know.
Let me go use the healing pond and save. Chat, I'm getting worried about Lucky. She went to go get, edibles or weed 30 minutes ago. Hasn't come back yet. I've been keeping track. She got too high. She smoked all of it. Let's see, where am I going now? Don't worry, she's lucky. Oh, yes, your Twitch name. Decide your traits. Wow, you guys are really separated from like death by a single ladder climb, huh? Haven't read how much is Lucky an in-game character? No, she's actually a chat member. Is that a mine? That feels like a mine to me. I don't know if I missed anything back here or not. I think that's just death. Back, well, we were just talking about you because you'd been a little while. Did you smoke all the way back? Speak of the devil, that's right. Was it the edibles or did you get smokables? There was a long line at the store. Ah. That makes sense. I didn't see your message. I see you saying think. I mean, I disappeared for about a year. She's probably fine. Well, true. But you didn't like leave by like 30 minutes ago and say I'm going to the pot store. Is what I was referencing. See, I care about my chat members, especially when they're going to get high. You will have to let me know if my streams get more entertaining when you're just like toked out of your mind, by the way. This should be out and out damage. Out and out damage. It's useless now. Gonna clean my room until I got high. I was gonna get up. Fine. Okay, until I got high. Until I got high. Because I got, yeah. Saw that one coming after the first line. Corn Man, you are a brave. I can't believe they made this the guy that follows you around and sells you stuff in this game a sentient walking piece of corn. Oh, it's been a while since I checked my mail. How have you been? And I hope you're doing well. I got so much to tell you, but I'd rather wait to tell you face to face. Also, I will send you a postcard to your place. Please take care of everybody. Until Dad, oil his joints. Bye. Like cats. Like cats, like cars. Ye you do. And ye you do. Wait, what? Ye you do and ye you do. Participate in our super special cat car promotion at our local car dealer. And win your very own feline ride. I would like to have the, My Neighbor Totoro cat bus, please. Did you see the Noctis City News? Half a building came down. I think it was somewhere near where the old apartment is. You don't think this will have anything to do with Ryan, right? How are you doing? I ran into some trouble here. Won't be able to get back to see you for a while. If there's anything you need, feel free to get in touch. Even if I can't come, I'll find someone to help you. You and that little girl can take it easy these days. There may be some petty jobs. Help out if you have time, no pressure. Meow, 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 grown-ups and Scop, are you having a great day? Today's artificial sunlight is still bright and warm, so I hope you're feeling as happy as I am. If you are in a cloudy mood, come to my plaza for my concert. Mion will sweep you away all the dark... Oh, this is the VTuber guy. I mean, lady we saw. I guess we're a fan. And I was too busy yesterday that I didn't have time to see you off. The customers in our bar are all asking about you. Someone talked to me about your bartending skill just now. How about moving back and being my master bartender again? Scop City Police Department urgent contact. Scop City Police Department has an urgent contract for you. Due to the recent rash of cases within the city, the department has decided to delegate some cases to third-party organizations or individuals. Given our previous positive cooperation and Officer Raymond's recommendation, we are offering you this contract. Please speak with Officer Chico at the Scop City Police Department upon receiving this. Pussy wagon? Yeah, you gotta have one. Everyone needs a pussy wagon.
Hi.
Welcome. Care to buy some corn juice? I think I have room for any more corn juice, my man. I got plenty. I got 4 of them. I feel like they put him there because their boss fight's coming up.
What a bunch of freaks. Who created you?
Oh no, he's hot. He's like Sephiroth with like modern day streetwear.
He was right. But before I complete the mission, how about we have some fun?
Anne, that guy looks like trouble.
What's Kylo Ren? Oh, you're right. the lightsaber. Ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh. Oh, he flies now? Uh-oh. I think I'm dead. It's too anime. Do you ever play games for fun or is it all work? This is for fun. I'm not making a video on this. So yeah, I do that all the time. I might need to buy more corn juice for this fight.
Yeah.
But maybe we should splurge. Oh, well, I got the cheaper corn juice, only heals 50, but we'll have to make do. Star Wars controversial opinion. I'd really wish they'd waited and given episode 7 or whatever 9 to Rian Johnson again. Really, Rian Johnson? I heard everyone hated his directorial like episode. It's like, is what I mean. Not that it feels like I'm not a Star Wars guy in any way. I don't really care much for any of them. But I've heard nothing but like bad things about his like episode, like the old what was it? The one where no one went to shit. That's the way I've used hard to describe. But hey, to each their own. Maybe you like Rian Johnson stuff. What's happening? We're getting our kicked by an anime boy. Controversial? I mean, not really controversial. You can have that opinion. Didn't hate his episode. Just wanted to see where it would go. Like I said, I've never actually seen... I've only seen like the first movie of the new trilogy. And it's like, alright, it's just like New Hope over again. Soft reboot. But I didn't go see the next two because I just didn't really care. It's just several of the lightsaber. I said that exact same thing.
Anne, that guy looks like trouble.
You gotta avoid his like down hit. Gotta avoid a lot of shit actually. Ow, you hurt. this is new. Mysterious tribe. I don't know, scanning him didn't seem to work. It's down to nothing but the corn juice to save me now. Ow! Gotcha. Just barely. Oh. He's got too much gamer RGB on him. You win, but you lose. Yeah, that's one of those kind. I kind of have a feeling he was too anime to actually be beaten there.
Sis.
Why don't you listen?
You, tomboy, don't get cocky. Run! That Flores kid is a monster!
But we can do that. Since when? We better get our double trigger. I guess that's our, you know, the disease they talk about us having.
Sis.
Oh, he's cooming from the face. Don't you hate it when that happens?
What? You want to move out?
Its strength is yours.
Okay. Why not? Seems like a good idea. Oh shit, the ancient texts. You know it's power when they do that image. What is this power? Or no, what sort of power is this? Yeah, just stand there and watch. Oh, I turned into a ninja girl. I got katanas and shit. Not what I was expecting, gotta be honest with you. This turned into a shinobi game. We even did the anime finish. Breaking out the Solid Snake imitation. I kind of sound like him sometimes, accidentally.
Hey, tell me your name. On second thought, don't. We'll meet again.
I was expecting this to look like we saw in the flashback with like wings or something. No, we just turned into like a ninja girl. Your corn style is stronger.
They dead.
The power of corn juice, chat. You've seen it live. Though I notice our midsection is no longer, you know, all there. Why a Kanochi? I have no idea.
Anne, you're awake. I was so worried.
What happened?
You really don't remember? You changed and tell you later. Just now he passed out. Luckily, this guy saved you.
I like his style. You know, the hoodie with the like dark shadowy like
Yes,
RGB.
he sent us to help you. You were lying on the ground when we arrived.
Do you know that silver-haired man?
No, we've never seen an Upper Terran like him. Up ahead, it'll be even more dangerous. The Elder asked me to give you this. He said it would come in handy. We can only go this far. Be careful, Upper Terran. Good luck.
I need to ask you a question. What do I call you most often?
Why are you asking this all of a sudden?
Just answer me. It's important.
Darling?
Good. That means you are Anne. You just turned into a completely different person. I had to make sure you're still my Anne. Hey, I swear I'm not making it up.
A different person?
Yes, she looked like you, but super scary.
I don't remember that at all. We'd better leave this dangerous place first.
Oh.
Have you seen videos of people who have made RGB masks like those? You mean the animated RGB stuff? Yes. Anata. Daijobu desu ka? Twin blades and power. What? Where'd we get this from? Dual wield is more flexible and have higher attack speed. Oh, I guess that was what the Elder gave us. Equipment modules, We can equip new weapons in the weapons interface. Yeah, I'm aware. Simple combat expert data ROM that conducts simple analysis is combat expert selected to the vendor and there's no chip. The user might not live for defend. You can buy it. What does it do? I'm not sure. Thermal chip. Mankind's been around like fuck. It puts fire on things, I think. Corn is corn. Surprise corn. Kill the kill. Well, look, we're not nearly nude enough for kill the kill. That was kind of a big part of that game's plot. I mean, anime. Never watched Kill la Kill. It was tainted by Original Sin being made by the same people who made FLCL. Technically, it was made by the people who branched off from the studio who made FLCL. It was made by Trigger, who was like made of a former like Gynex animators. Same studio also made the Cyberpunk anime that everyone raves over. I think Kill la Kill was like their first job, actually, like their first anime. So need to watch what? Cyberpunk? Yeah, it's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, so that goes there and here. Gurren Lagann was made by Gynex. I think that was the last thing they made before they like got into like, hey, what if we just like remade Evangelion for the next decade? I think they're actually finished up now with that. Didn't they announce that they're making Penny and Stocking too now they're done with the Evangelion stuff? I seem to recall them announcing that or something. I might finally get, have some new sound effects for like my sub and resubs because those come from Penny and Stocking. Word on the net is Disney wanted Trigger to make a full series on their Star Wars Vision episode. Oh, that one where they... I think I saw that one specifically. It had like the weird kids fighting on top of a spaceship, right? Is that what it's going to be based off of? I mean, they seem like they're pretty hot right now, especially after the Cyberpunk anime. So I wouldn't be surprised if they'd want them to. The twins and the Elder, they made two. Oh, I thought they only made one. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, after like that, how the Cyberpunk anime seemed to pop off and everyone was talking about it. I'm pretty sure they get to write their own checks. Probably not everything they are going to make forward is going to be... It's going to have a reference to Edgerunners. I mean, why would it? That doesn't make any sense why they would do that. I mean, did you see references to all the other stuff they've done in their previous stuff? This is one of them their puzzle levels, ain't it? Dart's worst enemy. Puzzles above a second grade level, exactly. They're everyone's worst enemy. What are we talking about? What, does this lead back here? Wait, what could... Wait, this is a different pond, I think. I was gonna say, why couldn't the guy just tell me that we have a back door that goes around all that stuff? Ryuko had the flower eyes in Kill la Kill as a reference to Gurren Lagann. Okay, that's a very small reference then. So I guess you could have very tiny ones in there. Elder said my soul would be able to leave here after letting it take my body, but looking at its mouth, I'm so scared. Night, everyone. Hey, Puff, have a good night. I'm going the wrong way, but hey, we might as well adventure. So how are you enjoying this game? Actually, I'm liking this game. Should have bought more corn juice. Now I'm out of heals. Just about. I've got a few heals on me. Okay. Well, do I have to like go hit that again, or is it still hit? Okay, it stays hit. Actually don't recall what my objective is right now, like what I'm trying to get to. Glad you're playing a game you were liking after that other game. You mean Sonic? Yes, indeed. Damn, those upper Terrans, give us back our food. General Centers. Oh, thank God Corn Guy is here. The game made me... Okay, that's a bit of a stretch to say the game made me a bit of a person. Is that a Jesus robot he has as a staff? That is excellent drip, by the way. I like these I kind of want to see these character designs in 3D. Are you mutated as well? Am I mutated? Are you mutated? Hey, Nosferatu, we're asking the questions here. Have you seen a young human come by here? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not concerned with earthly matters. Can I interest you in the Dark Lord? Can I interest you with the Dark Lord? Now that's an opener. And let's leave Corey the cultist alone. No, I'm interested. Does you know what Nosferatu is? I mean, I'm guessing they have history. The Dark Lord is a good lord. Our Lord is an awesome Lord. He reigns in heaven above.
Yeah.
Gonna buy some corn juice. Yeah, I can buy one more corn juice. When you join this guy's cult, I mean, if he's got drip like that, I mean, yeah, then I would definitely be able, it definitely would get me in the door to see their meeting. I mean, come on, that is crazy stylish. I don't know what, they got something going on. Just the staff alone is like, hey, I got like a Jesus robot on the top of my staff. That adds gravitas. Now, that'd be a really good cosplay, but no one would know where it's from, though. Like, who are you cosplaying? You're just a random NPC in this, like, one game. Stay away from me. I'm gonna kill you all. What are you looking at? Cosplay is flexible enough to handle obscure references. Well, true. But usually you kind of do it, I guess, to, like, want to be a character some people will recognize. Oh, move. Second. Oh shit. Cyber drummers. Let me start using these grenades up. Okay, getting a bit much. Getting a bit much here. A lot of enemies. I think they put a status effect on me that I can't use items. Oh wait, I can be Ninja Girl. Oh, that did not last very long. Oh well, it refilled my health too. Oh, he got stronger. Oh, my controls have been inverted, by the way. If I try to go left, I go right. I can't heal either. Shit. Yesterday during a wrestling show in Japan, they were having a tag team match where one of the wrestlers went off script and kept kicking his opponent, so the guy getting attacked stopped what he was doing and started legit beating the shit out of the original attacker. Well, it's not the first time that's happened in wrestling. I'd do that over again, huh? Okay, wow, okay, these things do a lot of fucking damage. Well, inverted controls. What is a status effect they put on you? It mainly makes your left and right switched around, which does really throw you off. Do I have any, like, enough points for a level up? Oh yeah, okay. Can we get any more defense increase? I got some of the I think we need more defense. I need 2 more though. Shit, before I can get those upgraded. Or more attack, or HP. Okay, whatever. What about this stuff? Increases the power of the protective shield. Okay, that'll do. I'm sorry. I don't have enough Grombit. Shit. None of this will help me, so I'll hold off. Well, I've saved my, like, power form for this mode now. Let's, like, get rid of his shield. If I don't die. Fuck, that does not last very long. What do the blue numbers mean? It's their shield. You have to get rid of their shield where you can do damage to their health when they have it.
Them. I suppose we could ask the Elder.
Let's visit Mr. Trapdoor first.
Oh, he had a second trapdoor. Oh, we've been here actually. Okay, now we can upgrade our. Do we want more attack, health, or defense? I'd rather have more health. Katana looks dope. You mean it her transform ninja form? Yeah, it's pretty much. I am very impressed by all the character designs, even like just regular NPCs in this game. They're all pretty well done. I think though that's where we're gonna end it for tonight though, chat. That feels like a good stopping point. We beat 2 bosses after all. Did a lot actually. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am though. Yeah, it's actually close to midnight. Sorry, doing stretching. So, chat, you've all been wonderful tonight. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed my, chill, small stream of, anime girl game. And the name is still really dumb, by the way. Anno Mutationem. Don't like that at all. So, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I guess we'll hit this game again. If you care to stop by and say hello, I'd love to have you. Thank you for any bit subs or gift subs tonight. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to the mods. Thank you guys for being chill. Lucky, hope your pod is good. That was like a big ordeal tonight. Rest of you all have a great night, great day tomorrow, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening. If you'd care to give me some of your time. Alright, chat. You gotta go now. Later. Peace.